Welcome in to Hit That Line, Week 13 edition. I'm your host, Zach Berry. We've got a full quorum tonight with the Legal Gambling Council, Ben Woodhouse, Nicholas Carr, Austin Gray. Fellas, back to 5 games over 500. We had a good, not great week in Week 12. I believe this was the first week. Nick can correct me if I'm wrong. I think this is the first week we have not hit a money line. Am I correct on that?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
And I don't think any of them were remotely close. Correct me if I'm wrong. I was way off.
Northwestern money line, very close.
It was. I was way off. I took NC State, not even close.
Northwestern couldn't get it done with 5 turnovers. They had Michigan turn the ball over 5 times, and Northwestern just could not refuse to win the game.
Oh God. But other than that, like straight up against the spread, we were pretty damn solid last week. Looking to keep it rolling. Week 13. We will get to lines in, I guess, the second segment, as of course, this show is going to primarily be dominated by the coaching carousel and the latest comings and goings of the Lane Kiffin saga. As we record this, it is 9:37 p.m. Central Time, Wednesday, November 19th. It is looking more and more like Lane Kiffin is going to stay at Ole Miss. I know, look, he did nothing's final yet, so I'm not going to speak in past tense. As of now, Lane is doing an incredibly poor job of handling this. It has been just a by the book definition, probably going to be studied in some kind of class of public relations of what not to do.
Feels like a Netflix documentary, to be honest with you. At least this season for Ole Miss football does.
Yeah, I mean, that's
the guy is murdered a week before fall camp starts. Other players are shot. You start a Division II quarterback. You have a 19-year-old who rushes for 1 million yards. You're 10-1, and your head coach sends his family on airplanes to tour the conference.
Twice.
Yeah, I mean,
y'all can't tell me that wasn't a public temper tantrum. You cannot tell me that it was not.
Well, I get why it was happening, but also like the people that were like, well, you know, Layla was wanting to get the lay of the land. Like, she's from there. She doesn't need the lay of the land. Like, she already knows. Like, it was very clear they were doing some scouting on some high schools for Knox. So, yeah, the interest was legitimate. I think.
Well, the other point there is not that they should not have done that. Like, if they truly wanted to do due diligence, fine. It's the way in which they did it publicly. Yep. They rubbed our noses in it.
Yeah. I mean, it and I know that people have said that, like, well, like, you know, Lane hasn't tried to hide anything. And it's like, okay, sure, but also pretty poor handling of the whole situation. And then you do the whole Pat McAfee thing. And, you know, I said it on our show earlier this week, I'll give Pat credit. He asked about the ultimatum. I did not think that he would ask any semblance of a question about the job. So he at least did that. But other than that, it was just, you know, a PR bump for Lane Kiffin.
But that's what it was intended to be. It did not work. It backfired spectacularly.
Well, it backfired because he's taking shots at, you know, Kyle Campbell for no reason. Mm-hmm. You know, you have.
By the way, about that, isn't it telling that Kyle Campbell was not there?
I probably didn't know.
Isn't that telling? Is my point, right? Like the fact that Ole Miss didn't know about the interview.
I mean, it looks like Pat McAfee might have texted Lane and been like, "Hey, you probably should come on my show and try to fix some of this,"
or vice versa,
or that.
I think that's actually more likely.
But like, he had the perfect opportunity to spin it on its head and fix it when Keywan Lacey comes on and hype him up as your guy that should be in the Heisman, and he's a big part of why you're 10-1, and you don't even do that. It's just
we got the weird 19 comments. 19. So weird, dude. What are we doing?
Yeah, what was that?
It's so weird.
At this point, we haven't gotten it. I don't know how we haven't gotten it. How has Lane Kiffin not done some kind of 6-7 thing at this point? Because honestly, he's just been kind of acting like a teenager with the social media, and I mean, he's very clearly, pouting because people are mad at him. I truly do think that, one, he was interested in both Florida and LSU. I don't know what Lane's thinking. This is just all my opinion. I think that there was interest and that he would prefer to stay at Ole Miss because I think deep down he knows it's the better job and he's in the middle of a playoff run. So that's the main thing. Like, I leaving in the middle of this season and not finishing it out, I don't know how you recover from that as a professional. Maybe it all goes away if you go somewhere else and win 12 games or whatever, and then people are like, whatever, like that was the past. I don't think you recover from that. I think people are always going to say, hey, that's the guy that bailed on his team. That's the guy that was a liar. That's the guy you can't trust. Like, that was never going to go away, in my opinion. So I think that's
imagine
part of
the
it.
Negative recruiting against
exactly.
that?
Yeah. I mean, you want to go to play for Kiffin, the Portal King? Like, you mean
the dude who left, who quit on his team?
I mean, that's going to be in consideration for us now, assuming he stays.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I mean, nothing's official. I think it's trending that direction. I've just kind of said that was my gut take on it this whole time because of the timing and the impossible bad look it would be. Like, what are you going to do, man? You just going to leave after the Egg Bowl and then watch Joe Judge and Ole Miss make a run to the semis, or better yet, the national championship game? Are you just going to sit and watch? I mean, knowing Kiffin, he'd buy a ticket and go to the games, or whatever.
Well, dude, the whole thing has been jarring for a number of reasons, not least of which is the fact that a guy who has been pretty PR and media savvy during his tenure here could not have bungled this more than he has so far. Like, it is very obvious he did not expect to be on the defensive. Like, he did not expect to be back-footed by the national media. I think he thought people would understand because he's Lane Kiffin and he's entitled to weigh his options, publicly or otherwise. I think the degree to which he's been criticized has been surprising for him. I really do. I think he did not anticipate that. I don't think Sexton anticipated it. National media uniformly has been in our favor, our being Ole Miss, and the administration's favor.
I mean, what did he think would happen after the Friday before the Florida game? The Ross Dellinger article comes out where he gives this
storybook bullshit
story. Yeah, this is a great movie. I'm sitting here watching my son play next to my daughter, and I've not been able to do this in 10 years, and maybe this is my final chapter. Only 3 days later, 2 days later, send your family to Florida to tour it, whatever they did, and then send them to Baton Rouge to tour it
the next day.
It's like, I think he was okay from I think that, I mean, the national media has been more on the Ole Miss side for the most part this entire time, but I think he was okay until he did that. I think when that happened, it's like, dude, this is a bad look for the conference. Like, there should be some sort of like provision or bylaw or rule or whatever that you cannot do this in the middle of the season. There's got to be a gentleman's agreement.
You can't do it in the NFL.
Nope. And if we're gonna be NFL like diet NFL, some of the stuff has to start being implemented. Some of the same rules.
You would lose a first-round pick, it's my understanding, if you contacted a coach without permission in season. I don't know how Sankey is sitting by, and maybe he's not sitting by idly, but and I think people are like, well, it's just Ole Miss, but like it could happen with Vanderbilt if they beat Tennessee and they're in the middle of a possible going to the playoff. It could happen with Missouri if they'd had one less loss. I mean, it could have happened 3 different times to SEC coaches this year. There are only 16 teams, right? It's a bad look, and it may not matter because Ole Miss may be the only team this ever happens to in the SEC, but it still should have never happened, right? We should never have this happening because to Sankey, all of these teams should be the same. Clearly, they're not.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask y'all this because y'all brought it up. If it's flipped and Ole Miss is trying to steal LSU or Florida's coach, does Greg Sankey intervene?
I think. Okay, so I was going to say this. That this kind of goes to your question, Zach. We were talking about this at work today. I think nobody thought that this was a possibility. At least nobody would really be talking about it if Ole Miss wasn't a playoff team. But because Ole Miss is squarely in the playoff, at least now, or for now, I think if you were sitting in like the room of the committee or the presidents or ADs or wherever, and they're going through the calendar, and somebody raised their hand, they're like, "Hey, what happens if with this calendar, if one school wants to hire somebody else as coach, and that school's 10-1 and go into the playoff, that SEC school's 10-1 and go to the playoff, you know what somebody else in the room would say? They'd be like, what did you just say?
Why
A
would they
10-1?
Yeah.
That's not a
He's not going
a
anywhere.
realistic.
Yeah.
And then the room would erupt in laughter. It's like, you're an idiot. That would never happen. Well, here we are.
Also, this is, Tulane's going to be the same problem. If they win out, Summerall is almost more likely to leave than Kiffin. They're going to be in the playoff as well. Mm-hmm. The problem with what you said is 100% agree, Ben. It was, in hindsight, always foreseeable that a G5 team would lose their coach. It didn't happen. It didn't happen last year, obviously. But in hindsight, it's like, yeah, an SEC team is never going to lose their coach. That would have been crazy. But looking back on it, we should have seen the G5 team was going to struggle to keep their coach. But it's just the calendar's so stupid. I mean,
I agree.
Ole Miss is going to play a game on Friday, and then the National Signing Day is the following Tuesday.
I agree with you that I guess where I'm coming from, and there's more like context, is we're talking about the money schools. Like the G5.
Yeah, no, I agree.
G5.
I'm saying only in hindsight. Yeah.
I mean, that's just something you got to deal with. But for somebody to be in there like, what if this Big Ten coach leaves? What? And they're like, wait a minute, a coach who's 10-1 in the Big Ten and squarely in the playoff is looking to go elsewhere. Like maybe that school shouldn't want him.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's certainly something that probably went through the minds of the powers that be at both Florida and LSU.
They'll say it's because we've got to have this timeline of got to keep kids in school for the second semester, and that's why we have to have the transfer portal. Because like says who? You're just not a God-given right for you to graduate high school early so that you can go play college football. Until 10 years ago, it never happened. It's not your God-given right to be able to transfer at mid-season as well, and while other teams are in the season. We have to go put a stop on it and figure out a way. There's no reason for 12 teams to be playing or 20 teams to be playing their championship game and have 4 days prior to that when they should be working on, like game prep. They're having to sign guys. They're having to get in the transfer portal immediately. The second your season ends or the second somebody else's season ends, you got to be poaching somebody else's stuff. Again, it's just no one owes you the ability to transfer mid-season, and they've got to fix that, man. It screws everything up. And the same thing, like let's say Kiffin leaves January 10th to go to the Giants, right? Which is possible. Or a new team opens, the Browns opens in mid-January. We would be the only team with our portal open. That's absurd.
Yeah. That's been my thing that's been so stupid and indicative of how the whole portal thing has just been such a free-for-all is how it resets for teams when the coach leaves. Like, I get why, like, the sentiment's good. Like, you're trying to look out for the players. I understand because these players go to a school, they want to play for this guy, and then he bails. So, like, you give them the right to change their mind if they want to. But also, it just completely screws up everything.
Mhm.
So,
So
like,
then that program gets nothing in return. So they
right.
lose a third of their roster. And then what do they get for their trouble? The hope, the opportunity potentially to pillage another roster whose coach leaves and comes to their school.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the domino effect where you have this uncertainty cascading through the whole system.
Yeah. It's got to get fixed. I mean, I do think that maybe this is where Greg Sankey steps in, and this is where it finally gets done. And that's what it's going to take, right? It's got to be Sankey or who's the Big Ten guy? The commissioner.
Yeah.
What's his
Jim
name?
something or other guys.
Yeah.
If you just like Sankey, this guy's
Yeah.
way worse. Like Joseph
No,
Goebbels.
it's Tony Pettetti.
Yeah, Pathetic.
He replaced Kevin Warren.
Okay.
But yeah, one of those two have got to speak up because look, that is basically the power two at this point.
Yeah.
Like the ACC is honestly only relevant because ESPN still has them under contract. I mean, let's be real. Like Clemson's in the shitter now. Florida State's been in the shitter since Jordan Travis got hurt.
And Florida State's desperately trying to get out of that conference. So.
Yeah, I mean, there's no pull there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
There should be because, like this year, you've got two great stories with Virginia and Wake Forest.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't include Georgia Tech because Brent Key's done a really nice job, and Georgia Tech's been good for the last couple of years. But like, nobody cares. Like, it's just all Big Ten, SEC. So like.
Can we talk about something from the chat? This is the gambling podcast after all, and people are talking about live odds on Lane's chances of being the fourth. Yeah, just briefly, guys, the limits on these wagers are like $500. Like these are not. You cannot place a significant bet on the coaching market. Like they are purely to rake in. They're like parlays. They're just money makers for the books, right? They throw some numbers out there because people are going to put $20 on something, and it's free money for the casino or for the book.
Yeah.
But I would not put a ton of stock into these odds. I just wouldn't. I think it's actually more meaningful when they pull the board off, when the board goes down, as it did for the Virginia Tech opening, like, a week ago or so. Like, they knew who the candidate was. They knew who the new guy was going to be. Like, that's more significant than watching somebody flip to a favorite. Because, look, briefly yesterday, was it yesterday or 2 days ago? Dillingham flipped to the favorite at LSU.
Yeah. And
Okay,
Nick
this is
Saban,
after
and Nick
Saban's
Saban
still
too.
second favorite, and Saban is. I don't know how much more he can be. Like he's not coming out of retirement. He's not going to LSU.
Lee Corso, you know what I mean?
So this was after Kiffin's family visited Baton Rouge. Dillingham became the favorite. So like, look, it's your money. Do what you want to with it, but I wouldn't read too much into those markets at all. They're not very liquid. They're very low limits, and they're offered at very few reputable books.
Well,
they're all offshore.
Yeah, and remember, like we were all kind of trying to figure out as soon as all the stuff really started popping with Kiffin in Florida, like Drinkwitz was minus odds for like a week, which was bizarre. We were all like, what's going on here? Like, and then, we kind of talked through it and we're like, yeah, this is pointless. Don't worry about the odds. Like it's not like a line for a game.
Yeah. The other thing, what do we think about the Summerall head fake today? What was that about?
I think what didn't it specifically say he's not interviewing Thursday?
Thursday. Yeah.
But then didn't he later withdraw his name from consideration?
Oh,
Isn't that what was that the follow up? I thought I saw that. Maybe I'm.
Yeah, no, you probably did.
I mean,
that's he did.
You could say that now. I mean, maybe he's just wanting Auburn that bad.
Or that's a Florida releasing that name to now go to Jedfish or Drinkwitz or whoever.
Well, this could be, I could be like tinfoil hat here or whatever. I thought it felt like them trying to pressure Kiffin.
I did saying, too.
Look, we got a second name out here.
I did too.
Could be
initially.
I mean,
I think Florida's on. Y'all know me. Yes, we talked about it yesterday. I thought Florida was the place that he would end up. Literally 24 hours ago, 48 hours ago. I don't know that I believe that anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, there you go. Look at that comment right there.
yeah.
That's what we were talking about pre-show, man.
I mean,
I don't think he realized and I still don't know that Kiffin realizes what he has looked like publicly.
and
Maybe he does now, but until he starts seeing it impact the players, which I don't have any way of knowing if it is, he's not going to know because he lives in a bubble.
yeah, and hey, maybe this is the wake up call he needed to grow out of the trolling thing, because the bubble he's in and the Oxford bubble and Ole Miss, and when you're winning, everybody loves it and it's funny and it's cute. But then when you're flirting with two other schools in the middle of a playoff run, it's not very funny anymore. Because it's one thing to like poke fun at Sark on Twitter, or you and Kirby have some inside jokes. I get it, like y'all are buddies.
Or freeze warning,
Yeah, that's one thing. But when you're doing this and you keep going and you don't stop, and it's just
Trolling your own fan base. Trolling your own fan base.
He has like the guy that follows him around with the analytics book, like that guy needs to follow him around in real life, and he has to clear.
Don't tweet. Yeah.
It's like the app that they created on the Internship, the Vince Vaughn, Owen Wilson movie, where it's like when you're drunk, you have to like solve a math problem before you can
you get
text, slide in somebody's DMs. Like Lane needs that before he can like tweet.
Is he? I guess Florida probably would. Would he be allowed this much leash? And I'm not talking about trolling in this particular 2 weeks. I'm talking about the general Lane Kiffin experience, not the Lane Kiffin tax experience, but the general experience. Would he be given that type of leash in Baton Rouge?
I'd like to think.
Is it fun when the LSU coach is doing that?
Man, he would be given the leash until he lost to Kentucky at home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You get smoked.
Then they would take that leash and try to choke him to death with it.
Yeah, you get smoked by Bam at home, or you lose to Florida on the road by a field goal, or lose to Arkansas. Like that's when it would be real quick to where it's like, hey, you got to cut that shit out.
Yeah, let's worry about winning football games.
Yeah.
Either way, I think that this startled him, and I can't remember if we talked about this on the show or before it. I think he and his representation, this is one of the first times they've ever not been able to control the media.
Yep.
And
it's a different media environment.
It's not just not controlling it. Mm-hmm. It's them being uniformly against him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's
that we're talking about.
I think that,
not to call out specific names, but writers, national college football writers who have, I have always felt not only been unfair to Ole Miss, but outright disliked Ole Miss.
And this was within the last 15 years, not like in 1984. This is within the last 10 years. They've not been favorable to Ole Miss.
Not at all. And hiding behind that they disliked Hugh Freeze, but really it felt more institutional than that. They're now writing, I don't want to say puff pieces for Ole Miss, but they're certainly on the side of Ole Miss in this.
Dude, you had the four horsemen of Ole Miss haters. I mean, Pat Forty, Dan Wolken. I guess Wetzel's not really a hater, but
dude, this is the Wolken quote. This is a quote. Kiffin wants to have his cake and eat it too, while feeding Ole Miss a plate of fecal matter. That's simply not going to work for much longer. That's a Wolken quote.
Dude, when you have,
and it's perfectly said,
when you have Ole Miss fans saying, you know what, Dan Wolken's right. I mean, we are truly in the upside down. And on top of that, Stephen Godfrey is
Entire
defending
shed.
Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Wait,
I mean,
what
here's-
did Godfrey say? I missed that. That's actually crazy.
I mean, he was basically on a show with Dellinger and Andy Staples and was just calling out Lane for just being stupid and being
Well,
silly.
he did the same thing on the split zone duo with Richard, whatever the fuck his name, Richard Johnson, and
Johnson,
yeah.
What a name, by the way, Richard Johnson.
Yeah.
What
Anyway,
could I say?
but here's the
Hog Johnny.
here's the beauty of Walken, 40, Godfrey, and others. They're right.
Yeah.
It's not just that they're defending us; is that they have the moral high ground here. They're absolutely right about their point.
And I also think that a lot of these folks, part of this is they are recognizing that this is at least, and they've not written this explicitly, but part of why they take this position, in my opinion, not only that it's outrageous what he's done, is that it doesn't seem like this is a flash in the pan, that there has been enough sustained success. Like it'd be one thing if we had gone like 7-5, 7-5, 7-5, 10-1, right? And they're like, oh, well, we get why he would want to make that move. But now it's like, what are you doing, dude?
It's like, isn't this the point? Is it the point to be in the playoffs, contending for national championships? Is it that the point?
I really think in his mind, he just needs new toys, not better or worse toys. He just needs new. He's just a chaser.
Yeah. Coughlin's law, right?
It's like it's the it's the kid that had the PS4 and then he asked for the PS5 and his parents were like, well, it's basically the same thing. And then he's like, no, but I want it. Like, I know I have this one thing that's awesome. But I want this. Like, there is no reason.
Except in this case, it's like he has a white PS4 and he wants a green PS4.
Yeah. I mean, it's like
let me go trade this white Camry in for a black Camry. Like,
so that's been my whole thing for the last like 2 or 3 weeks when all this started was like your whole thing, your whole like existence and your bullshit narrative has been like, I just can't get it done at Ole Miss. Like, I just can't do it. And you're literally doing it right now.
And would have done it last year, but for him, not the roster, not the brand, not the stadium, not the fans, not the students, none of that shit. He shit the bed against Kentucky.
Yeah.
Like Kiffin lost the game. Okay. He lost the game against LSU. He lost the game against Florida. Like it had nothing to do with the roster, nothing to do with like not equipping him with the resources he needed. None of that.
Making the car reference, Ben, all I can think about is Lane Kiffin driving an Altima. That's what he's been doing the past month.
But look, your point about the rosters is also well taken. This whole thing, from a macro standpoint, has made me like question Kiffin's judgment, but also from a roster standpoint, we have a pretty good young base to build on next year. Like, I think he's missing the fact that we're not a complete rebuild next year. Florida and LSU
bring back two of our best 3 D linemen. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, we just need a couple of pieces out of the portal and supplement with the high school guys we've already got. A portal, by the way, which could be, there could actually be elite players in the portal this year, unlike last year with all the jobs that are in flux right now. You could imagine LSU, Florida, Penn State, Arkansas, Auburn, all those rosters. Some of those players are going to be in the portal and will be right for the taking. So I just am like, dude, do you not see what's right in front of you, not only from a playoff run standpoint, but the fact that you've got a really solid foundation on which to build for next year's team, and you'd be throwing that away?
I mean, let's go through it. So still don't know about Trinidad. I wouldn't bet on him getting another year. You got Kejuan Lacey coming back.
Trinidad is going to get another year.
Also, needing a quarterback is like a free space. Everyone needs a quarterback.
Everybody needs one.
Yeah.
If he goes to Florida, is he keeping Longway?
We can assume he's not getting one. He's getting another year.
Well,
but we'll assume he's not. Go ahead.
Well, and let's be real. Like, if we're playing this game, the coach at Ole Miss is probably the best at finding a quarterback and getting it done.
He'll find a quarterback. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got Kejuan Lacey. You've got Winston Watkins, Caleb Odom.
Caden Lee.
Caden Lee.
Yeah.
I believe Deuce Alexander has another year.
Man, we
Yeah,
have
that's
got
right.
some folks crashing
Traylon-
out in the chat,
Traylon
by the way.
Ray.
Traylon Ray.
I mean, just full-blown crash
I mean,
out in the chat.
Florida's it's been a tough scene for them for a while. I don't blame them, but go
Bryson
across.
Sanders, Devin Harper. Do you lose both tackles or just Williams?
Diego Pounds is gone.
Okay. All right. And
Yeah,
Williams.
yeah.
But you keep your guard center guard.
Williams is definitely gone. But then you've got the
But so you keep
interior.
keeping 3 out of 5 linemen to me is like you might as well keep all 5 of them. That's like
3 out of 5
that
with
doesn't
the
happen.
tackle of the future waiting in the wings in Devin Harper.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
you got Devin Harper, you got Connor Howes, you got Bryson Sanders. Kudus is
Kudus.
I think he's a junior. Right?
junior. Okay, he can come back.
Yeah, he wasn't out there at senior day.
Yeah. And then on the defensive side, I mean, basically everybody up front outside of
Xavier. That's it. Xavier's a senior. Yeah.
everybody else on the defensive line back. I
He
don't.
has some pieces in the secondary in TJ Banks. He's what, a freshman, sophomore?
Yep. You got okay, at linebacker, Daughtery.
I don't know.
He's still young. He can come back.
I think he's a junior.
I think I thought he was a senior. Oh, what's Maddox kid? I mean, we haven't seen anything out of him.
Andrew
The
Maddox.
point being is that we've had some success in defensive linemen out of high school.
Yeah.
He would kind of be the next guy up, right?
Jam
Yeah, I mean,
Brown.
like, you got
of course, he plays a lot now, but
let's say you got Jam Brown, DJ Holmes, Cam Beavers, Cam Franklin, William.
All that to say, we
Like-
thought that 27 was the year when at the beginning of the year, I just be honest, I thought the schedule was really weak. I really thought, I mean, I put us over on 8.5. I'd have put us over on 9.5. I thought we'd win 10 plus games. But at the beginning of the year, we all said like, oh, we're building towards 27. We're building towards 27.
you
And
mean
here-
26?
26, I'm sorry, building towards 26. And I was like, well, you can't build towards a season you don't know what your schedule is going to be yet. That was kind of my concern. I think the schedule turned out good, right? We got 5 SEC home games. It's a tougher schedule than this year. You're going to have 5 SEC home games. You're going to have a game probably in Nashville to open the season. There's only 4 SEC road games, and that's the big thing. The 26 season, I think, setting up really, really good. I mean, especially if Trinidad's back.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's just really discouraging that, again, he can't see what's right in front of him. Ignore the playoff run. Like, that's obvious. But, like, you're equipped to do well next year, too. So if the concern is sustaining, like, we're built for next year as well.
Yeah, and in Ole Miss, again, proven year in, year out, every transfer cycle, we'll go find dudes. Like JD in the chat said, Jalen Braxton's a sophomore. Coming back. Guy hasn't played because he was banged up. He's playing now, but you bring him back next year with even more experience, and he's going to be a leader in the secondary. So, like,
Uncle Buck said in the chat when we were making the car comparisons, he said, let me trade this black Camry in for a fan boat.
yeah. Also, how did no one get the Nissan Altima joke that I made?
No, I heard it.
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
couldn't.
I
I didn't have the
okay.
capacity to laugh.
I
Yeah,
was just making sure that
specifically a black Altima.
yes.
I'm not
By the
kidding.
way,
I was driving to
Fle-
work this morning and a black Altima hopped the curb in front of me and drove through a roundabout.
Deranged people drive those cars.
We left off Haas, by the way. Also Fletcher and Kite. At this point, I'm wondering who we do lose.
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
need to
saying.
go back
like,
and look at the seniors from
Stribling
last
is
week. And,
senior?
Who?
Stribling, is he senior?
I mean,
I think
yeah,
so.
okay.
I
He
think
went
so.
through. Yeah, he went through it.
Yeah, but he's good, man.
Dude, he's finally popping off.
He's good.
He gets out in the open field, and
Yeah.
the complexion's
night-night.
different, but
Yeah.
it
Trey Wallace is
looks a
senior,
lot like
I
AJ
believe.
Brown.
Yeah.
I know.
Wallace is a senior.
I'm not saying he's as good as AJ, obviously, but like wearing that jersey and getting out. I mean, dude, he split the defense in the Florida game. That was impressive.
I'm not necessarily
Deuce
worried about
Alexander's a
receivers.
sophomore.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
He's
Okay,
good.
yeah, okay. I was like, I'm pretty sure he's very young.
Can you
Traylon
remember-
Ray will
And
be
he's
back.
he's
Can you
gonna
imagine- Go ahead.
he's gonna reach out to his buddy from Wake Forest that runs the 4-1, and he's gonna be over here.
Oh, the
Can you
little
imagine
dude.
how good Deuce Alexander was in high school? Like, of
18
all
months
of our
ago,
players, when I watch him, I'm like,
Georgia.
I bet they never tackled him because he runs so hard.
Georgia dude, man. I mean, you got yeah, I mean, that's the thing is, hell, maybe that factored in. I just put the comment up and I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to say it too much, but I believe it was Uncle Buck that mentioned O-line health. I mentioned that on the show with Ben Garrett earlier this week. Very underrated, doesn't get talked about enough. Like, a lot of these things have to fall your way for a year like this to happen. Like schedule luck, injury luck. Like, I mean, crazy to think where this season would be if Charlie Weiss Jr. doesn't find Trinidad Chambliss on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Anything else on this? Like, I'm still leaning that Kiffin stays. I don't know if anything will be announced. I'd imagine it'll probably be when the regular season's done, like maybe Saturday after the Egg Bowl, maybe the week of the Egg Bowl. Because here's another thing that I'll ask y'all. It's been very interesting how, and not that Keith Carter's going to, call a press conference or anything, but I feel like Keith has just been very low key through all this. Now, maybe he's not low key behind the scenes. I mean, I'm sure he's working and doing stuff, but I don't know. Maybe him and Lane have had conversations where he's alluded to, like, hey, we'll get it figured out.
Yeah.
I'll say this. I don't know if he says or not, but you got to have, if you're going to announce an extension, you got to do it at like 8:17 on Saturday, so you can have them talk about it on game day for an hour.
Yeah.
Right?
That's another
Just
thing.
a free infomercial.
Because they didn't touch it last week because of the uncertainty.
Yeah, and we play on Friday. Game day's on Saturday. Also,
announce it after the game.
Yeah,
like
if
Kiffin be on that bus. He did the picture with Matt Corral. He did it with Jackson Dart. Do that. Announce it that way. That would be a very Kiffin thing to do.
I don't see it though.
I mean,
you don't think he stays, Nick?
We got a lot of people in the chat that say that I'm crazy.
I mean, I don't, and y'all, I've said it, and this is why I didn't say anything in the very beginning of the show. Like, I don't care, man. I just, I care in so much as that, like, I'm going to go to the game. I'm going to go to all the games. I'm going to try to go to the playoff game, whatever. I mean, obviously, if it's here in Oxford, but I don't care. I want us to win football games. He's always been like a little flashy, and I think he's like, I'm not his clientele, right? Like, my wife loves him and she loves that he like tweets funny stuff and everything. That's not for me. Where we are with him is I'm past that. And everyone's like, what have you heard? What have you heard? I'm like, I got no clue. And I just don't care. I go to the message boards and it's just all Lane all the time. And I just like, I don't care at this point. So
that's really disappointing too. Not that you don't care, but that it's all Lane all the time right now.
That's what it is, man. Like, I'm just, and I'm been very vocal about, like, we're going down to Starkville. They're 5-6. It's 11 a.m. on a Friday, and we're
opening
10-1.
Duck season, isn't it?
Opening day of duck season, man. It's a big day down in that part of the state, and it should be one of those games you look at and you're like, wow, Ole Miss had 25,000 people in Starkville. You know what I mean? Like a total, like a few years ago, Washington State rushed the field when they beat Washington at Washington. This should be that type of game. And rather than people are talking about like going down there or like they're talking about the basketball seat, it's just Lane all the way down on the message board. And that sucks, man. Like, this is not the way it should be. We shouldn't be talking about 10-1. We should be talking about, like, man, I sure hope we get to Lane again in the college football playoffs. Like, we'd be minus 27 against them. Like, how awesome would that be? We can't do it. And that's a bummer, man. We can't. Yeah. We're like, this is a true missing the forest for the trees thing.
The real bummer is our buddy Brandon that was in the chat a couple weeks ago. He is not here. And he said he was going to come back after the Florida
He sent
game.
all his buddies, though.
Can you imagine how these guys felt at halftime? I mean, on top of the world. Then the second half happened. Which
also, just to touch on that line about how
Well, I was gonna say that also gets overshadowed by all of Kiffin's stuff. We don't even get to talk about the game and
Don't
how
talk
the
about the game.
defense was absolute nails in the second half. Kewan Lacey
Yeah.
goes crazy. I mean,
Florida has still only scored 30 points in one game this year. And at halftime, I text you, I was like, dang, we're going to go up 30 to them. I can't believe this. Then they didn't score a point.
fucking Timu ass offense. Yeah, somebody said we had low energy. Look, man, if you want to be in my SMS text for the last month, it's pretty exhausting.
I got low energy because I can't get off the SMS. Like I got low energy. I got 17 group messages. I'm spending all day long.
Okay.
Y'all heard anything? Y'all heard anything?
Golly.
Man, Mr. Bass, man, that's going.
I'm not mad, actually laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Literally the personification of the meme.
Yeah.
Not mad, just hanging out on an Ole Miss podcast.
It's 11 o'clock in the Eastern time zone too. Like
Definitely not mad though.
go to bed, dude.
We're happy you're here, man. We appreciate it. I think last thing on Kiffin. Okay, let's pivot away from Kiffin because we've already talked about him enough, and I think we've all kind of said our piece. Where do we think Christopher Reese is in the chat? He's on the same wavelength as me. I was saying Jed Fish from the jump because that dude literally worships Steve Spurrier. Like begged him for a job when he was an undergrad, got on the staff. His family's not in Washington. Like they're still in Arizona. I mean, I know Florida people don't want to hear it, and people are probably going to hate it because he's not Lane Kiffin. I think it would be a good hire. I think Jed Fish is a really good coach. That's who I think Florida gets. What do we think? What do you guys think?
Honestly, don't know that. I don't know if it's not Lane Kiffin, then I would lean Jed Fish also. I mean, and keep in mind, like a lot of times people really, really want. I mean, the results are good with Lane Kiffin, but part of why people really like him is because the very things that Nick said about his wife is he's like a celebrity.
Yeah.
Like the entire female portion of the fan base will love Lane Kiffin.
We have a Grove group, and all the people talking this week, they're asking her updates about the wives, and they're like, "Please don't let Juice leave us." Like that's been
or the dog.
That's been. I've bought too much Juice stuff for my kids. Please don't lie. This is not even a joke.
Like
this is
if
like
you're
multiple
at our tailgate,
people.
you'll see a woman with a Juice, like a pen with Juice.
Juice
on
is my
it.
mascot.
Yeah, a pen
Yeah,
with
100%.
Lane on it, a pen with a Trinidad flag, a pen which good on the Trinidad stuff. But I'm just saying, like
the Trinidad flag on the lapels look pretty good.
But the results from Fish is a good coach. Like
also, if you go to Florida, you just have like the best recruits in the world. I mean, we already talked about it. They hung with them 10 of Ole Miss. I mean, anybody can win there. Yeah.
Blue blood, dude.
That's why everybody does win there.
Okay, so let's talk about that for a second. I know you asked about who was going to Florida, Zach. Austin and I talked today about what constitutes a blue blood. Let's get y'all's opinion about what makes a blue blood.
We've had this conversation, and in this era, you got to have a collective that knows what the hell it's doing. You have to.
Okay, let me get more specific. What makes a job like historically?
Oh, I guess you're okay. I guess you're okay. I know. Okay.
Like what factors? Like what would you? I'll give you my answer. I think if you're at a blue blood, it's virtually impossible to suck. Like out of a decade, you're going to have maybe 1 year where you're fringe bowl eligible or 8-4, but the other years, as long as you have a pulse, you're going 9-3 or better. And I'm saying that's in a bad like Alabama is a blue blood, right? Alabama, you cannot suck there. Ohio State is a blue blood. You cannot suck at Ohio State.
The last time Alabama sucked was Saban's first year.
And even then they were 6-5.
Yeah, like I mean,
In the
If
year
we
we beat them in
really wanna
2001, and they went to the Independence Bowl. They were 6-5, went to the bowl over us. Like that was a bad year for Alabama.
Yeah. Like they had the 3-8 year in 98 or 99, but that was a uniquely bad year for them. Okay. Ohio State's a blue blood, right? They win 10 or 11 or 12 games every single year. Georgia now, probably a blue blood, right?
Yeah,
Especially after they won the title like that.
back to
That
back.
solidified it. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, Georgia's a blue blood.
Right. But and this is no offense to the Florida people. At Florida, if you don't have an elite coach, you don't have those results.
You don't get elite results. Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's the thing is all these other places, it's just, hey, insert coach here, and you just keep doing it.
Yeah.
I think. Go ahead.
I was just going to say championships are necessary but not sufficient to establishing blue blood status.
Right.
So that's why like Oregon is not a blue blood and can't. I don't think they can ever like claim to being a blue blood, but they certainly can until they win one. But that's why even with Florida, who has two, like historically, you weren't shit. Prior to the 90s, you didn't really have a program. And since the 90s, you've had windows of being excellent, being elite, dominating the sport, and then windows of being trash. So no, I don't think Florida's a blue blood.
96.
I think
06,
I think you got to have
08 and what 2010.
It was I think 06 and 09 maybe somewhere
06 and 08 for Florida in 96.
96.
I think
basketball and football went.
And let me tell you something. That 15-year window, they were awesome. Like they were awesome.
Oh yeah.
They've got, by the way, the same as Florida State, and I don't think they would let Florida State claim blue blood status. But
exactly.
Here's my thing about blue blood. I think you got to be top 5 in something. Top 5 in national championships is Bama, Michigan, Notre Dame, USC, Ohio State. Would y'all agree? Those are 5 blue bloods, right? You got to be top 5 in Heisman winners. You got to be top 5 in maybe the NFL Hall of Fame, or like you got to be top 5 in something. The reason I cut it off at 5 is because Auburn is technically 6 now that they've claimed 9 national championships. But I think you have to be like upper few in wins or something like that. Michigan's really high up there. I know that as well. You have to be top 5
leader.
Yeah, I think they're all time. You've got to be top
Notre Dame, right?
3 or 4 or 5 in some really big statistic. I mean, it takes a lot of scrolls. I've got to get past Michigan State. I've got to get past Miami. I've got to get past Iowa. I've got to get past Georgia Tech, technically, till I finally get to Florida. I just don't think that like you can claim 3 national championships and say this team is a blue blood, right? LSU's got 4, and I don't think LSU's a blue blood. I mean, over the long haul, right? I'm not putting them with Notre Dame or USC. And also, just the last thing is I'd say for it to be a blue blood, you have to be kind of a national program, right? If Notre Dame is really good, eyeballs everywhere, right? They've got their own contract at the NBC. Back when USC was really good in the mid-aughts, that was like a freaking pro team out there, man. Like everybody was talking about Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart and stuff. I guess
game every week.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could look back and say that was with Tebow with Florida, but that was like literally a tiny stretch, and they don't have the titles USC has.
And this is not throwing shade at Florida. Like I think it is a great job. Like both things can be true, right? It is an SEC
top
job.
Half of the SEC.
Correct, but for them to consider themselves
top third
the same
in Florida for sure. It's a top 3rd job in the state of Florida.
It's a top 3 job in Florida. No, there's no doubt.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, easily.
And maybe top 2. Yeah.
Like is Florida an exceptionally better job than Tennessee?
Well, if you factor in what
closer proximity to talent,
because the collective in Knoxville has got
to Florida.
Tennessee's got lots of money.
Lots of money.
How is Florida not just Florida State with different colors? I don't. I mean, their stadiums are like what 4,000 difference.
We've like opened Nick's eyes to something here.
Yeah.
Now that I'm seeing it, I'm like, Florida State was really good for a 20-year window. You ever heard of it? It started in the 90s. Ever heard of it?
Astronaut always has been meme. Like,
I mean, but they would scoff at the idea that Florida State's a blue blood, right? I mean, they wouldn't even. But Florida Stadium's bigger, so they must be the blue blood.
I don't think we've got people in the chat that keep bringing up Oklahoma. I don't think Oklahoma is a blue blood anymore.
Ooh, that's close. They're
close.
Not anymore, but
not anymore.
But up until they're Their Heisman runs have been crazy.
Now,
Yeah,
we can
they've
talk
got a ton
about
of
how they.
Heismans.
We talked about
We
the
can-
statues.
I think it's fair to criticize how they achieved blue blood status,
agree-
but
I
I
agree
don't
with
think
that
you
too.
can. I don't think you can deny their blue blood status. Now,
I,
they
I
could
would say
lose.
Oklahoma's sixth in wins. By the way, sorry, just
Yeah.
that they're
Yeah,
they're
that's-
right on blue blood status.
Yeah,
And like Nebraska is a former blue blood. Like Nebraska owned the 90s
Yeah, Oklahoma's blue blood emeritus. Like they're like
yeah.
tenure.
yeah, Nebraska's retired,
It would
but
stun
Oklahoma's
y'all.
senior council.
Wait,
It would stun y'all to know where Florida is in the all-time wins. By the way, they are tied with. It's an ACC school. Does anybody want to guess?
Virginia Tech.
Boston
They're-
College.
Good guess. They are tied with Georgia Tech. They are 12 wins behind
No,
Virginia Tech.
Georgia Tech. Okay.
Yeah, they're 12
out.
wins behind
Shout
Virginia
out
Tech.
Frank Beamer, baby.
They're 21 wins behind West Virginia. I didn't know West Virginia, like other than Pat White,
I was unfamiliar with your game, sir.
there's nothing there. Yeah.
Sheesh.
They are
Don't see a lot of Florida people talking in the chat now.
they're just one more. They're 19 ahead of Arkansas. Would y'all say Arkansas is a blue blood?
No.
I mean, okay.
Arkansas has the benefit of the Southwest Conference for forever.
We
Yeah.
can't even.
And they'll be
call
like, well, we
Arkansas
started
blue blood in
football
baseball
30 years
because
later.
They can't win a title.
And again, if we're going on percentages, I've got to go all the way down to they're like 33rd in percentages, just ahead of Clemson, behind Miami, behind Appalachian State. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, I didn't mean
Mr. Bassman, this is an Ole Miss podcast, buddy.
no one from Ole Miss is saying we're a blue blood, though.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, this is
Not
not.
claiming it.
Yeah,
This is not
please
the
follow the plot, bro. Like,
Did you see our stadium in the 80s? We played in Jackson.
we didn't
Like,
have
give you guys
lights.
an idea.
We did not have lights. That's why we played in Jackson. They installed lights in like 90.
dog. We had a
Yeah.
track around the field. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
we know.
that
We
was
know, guys.
operable. It wasn't like a.
I had
like
a relative.
Yeah,
who
they
played-
used
Yeah.
I had a relative who played in the late 80s. They played on AstroTurf at Vaught Hemingway Stadium.
carpet.
Carpet.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
like 33,000 people went to the game.
and Horatio, if you want to, we're not talking about segregation years. If you want to talk about recent years, since I guess 2021, Florida has less wins than Arkansas in football.
They have 20 less wins than Ole Miss. 20
I mean,
in 5 years.
come on, guys, use your noggin here. We're not saying Ole Miss is a blue blood.
No. Just reality check.
This is just an exercise. Don't lose the plot.
Just self-audit. Just every now and then be like, you know what? Maybe I need to cut out
Introspection.
maybe I need to cut out the carbs every once in a while. Like I know I do.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, so if it's not Kiffin, I think it's Fish too, by the way.
Yeah. Mm. Golly,
Yeah,
what's
I-
the comeback?
LSU is probably
I don't know.
Dillingham?
It's either Lane Kiffin or it's Drinkwitz, maybe.
Man, I could see LSU botching the shit out of this. Like, I could see them being
Kelvin
like,
Shepard.
yeah.
It could
I could see them
it could
being
be Kiffin or it could be like Weiss. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like
yes.
it could be really a wide ranging span there. No offense to Weiss, right? But he's not been a college.
He's 29 years old or whatever.
This was
it is.
he's still 20,
Dude,
still
this-
29.
dude. LSU is gonna it. It would be unreal if I don't think this will happen because he's an alum and he's got literally the perfect job doing something stupid like Brian Hartline. Like go and get this guy that like has never
Okay.
been a head coach, but he gets a lot of good wide receivers.
That is as good of a coach. Like I would hire Brian Hartline at Ole Miss if
Yeah.
Lane Kiffin left.
What? No.
Dude, he can
personally
recruit,
think he's
dude.
experienced.
Yeah, but he's never
He-
been a
he-
coach.
I just think recruiting at Ohio State is like, I could recruit to Ohio State.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like, and maybe he will be great because you know we can do the like. Well, Kirby Smart was never a head coach, and now look at him. Sure, but like, As someone who is like, if I'm in the coaching search room for Ole Miss, you got to get a sitting head coach. You cannot go.
What if it's somebody like Rhett Lashley?
For LSU.
Didn't he
He's picked up now.
resign?
What does that
I
matter?
mean, it doesn't mean anything, but I mean,
Yeah.
like,
In terms of
I think Dillingham would be a good fit at LSU.
Has he coached in the South before?
He was at Auburn as
right?
the OC.
Was he not at Memphis with
He was at
Norvell?
Memphis.
He
for a
was at
stint.
Memphis. That's right. Yep.
I mean, people forget, man. Dude's already made the playoff.
Yeah.
At Arizona State.
I do think it's fair to question what they are after Scotabo, because this year they've been good. Don't get me wrong, they've been good, but they also lost at State and gotten clapped a few times. Yeah.
I'll say this though, like I've got to give him his credit. Sam Levitt went down and they figured it out with Jeff.
Yeah.
And they've won some games. Like
They beat Texas Tech, and that's an impressive win.
Yeah.
Did anybody hear that rumor today that Florida was going to entertain Jeff Lebby?
Who? Auburn?
Florida.
Oh, Florida. Man, that's a tough scene if you're hiring a guy that's won one SEC game.
Yeah,
that was a rumor. That was a rumor.
Transition from Starkville to Gainesville makes a lot of sense.
I'm not reporting. That's just that's just a rumor.
The Venn diagram there is just a circle.
Maybe
now
LSU will hire like Josh Heupel.
Oh man, that dude ain't leaving Tennessee.
I would not personally leave Tennessee for LSU, but that's just me. I think LSU's an easier place to recruit to, but Tennessee's got a ton of money. Tons of money.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there are a lot of Florida fans and LSU fans that are missing the whole point here, and that's why I think Kiffin ultimately stays, because it's the whole like collective, the administration, the fan base, the foundation, like everything is in lockstep. Everybody's on the same page. Like, you don't get that everywhere.
Isn't there also like a certain person that needs to be a fit at LSU? Like,
yes, and Lane Kiffin does not fit Baton Rouge. He would hate it.
I just think it's underrated how much autonomy he has at Ole Miss, right? If he wants to bring in anybody, we're bringing them in. Like, whatever it is he wants to. I'm not saying like we have unlimited money. My point is that it is totally his program. I don't know that LSU is going to stop playing the Billy Cannon run before the games. So that they can play the Lane Train video. They're not going to do that, right? I don't think that Florida would. Florida might. Florida may be a little bit more. I don't think LSU is getting off the way they run things to let Kiffin have carte blanche to do whatever he wants. To me, there's something to be said about that. He may not realize that in time. I don't know.
I think if Kiffin went to them and said, "I need 12,000 more seats in the stadium," that Ole Miss would erect a deck over the student section or something.
Undoubtedly.
He'd be like, "Look, I'm coming back, but I need 12,000 more seats."
Yeah, I think that they're building that thing on top of the press box just to get north of 70. Because if you start putting in the number 7 in there, it looks like Notre Dame doesn't hold but 78,000. Like, we're in the 70s at this point. That's what That's what we had the other night. 6-7.
You got people doubting whether we're live right now.
JLB, Toronto Blue Jays.
This isn't semi-pro, bro.
Hell yeah, we're live, dog.
Can you not see me yawning, bro? Like, it's
we got kids. It's 2 in the afternoon.
JLB, I was
doing bedtime 2 hours ago, bro.
Shout out Vlad Jr. and Bo Bichette. We had people making jokes about the stadium. Like, whatever, man. Like, again, like, no one's here pounding their chest about Vaught Hemingway Stadium being the creme de la creme.
Objectively needs improvement. Objectively, like
the self-scouting on the stadium on this podcast is
uniformly,
and yet we've lost like 3 games there in 4 years or some shit.
Yeah,
like,
it's such a bad home field advantage that we're 21-1 in our last 22 at home.
Seems good, but hey, just blare some Tom Petty and throw somebody out there with an umbrella.
But we we do agree that we would love a new stadium and a bigger one. I mean, we have like several thousand students not get a football ticket this year. Several thousand. So there are people that
enough that we had to institute a whole new system for ticketing for students. I mean,
and I will tell y'all this too. And we can move to like picks or whatever. We've done this for an hour. Recall that Kentucky game that we won 2 years ago.
22,
22. Remember how many Kentucky fans are in the Wayside?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now go to the home games this year. Like there were, and this is no offense to the away teams, but Ole Miss people have bought so many tickets now that the away section is shrinking. Like it is, it used to be like a third of the away side. Now it's like 15 rows of a section.
Yeah.
Of one section. And so I think we're reaching the point of needing about 5,000 to 10,000 more seats, my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know how you get there, but
first and foremost, if you're Ole Miss, you got to fix the concourse. Like amenities, fan experience inside the stadium, like non-game related, has got to be fixed because it's not good. Like going to Kroger Field this year and walking around and be like, man, this, and I'm like, it reminds me a lot of Volume. Got to fix that. They're going to eventually, I think you're going to have to drum up some money to make the seats better, chair backs. Like
put a sports bar in, put a restaurant in, put a beer garden in.
The guts of the stadium need to be improved big time.
If they just fix the guts of the stadium, obviously a little bit, but also if they just did what Green Bay did and just completely wrap the stadium in
We've
suites.
Been saying it for years, Nick. They'll eventually do that. We just have to
Go ahead.
They just need to ask us. Look, I'm just telling you. That
they would pay for themselves. I mean, just premium seating pays for itself.
They would.
And then you get to 74,000 or whatever it is, and you're done.
You get to, I think you push 80, honestly, when you get to 77, 78. And I know people like the stadium's too flat. Okay, how do you fix that? By putting a roof that goes out 45 feet like it does in the south end zone across the whole stadium. No one would complain again about it because it's super. I've never been to a stadium and been like, man, I'm really glad to sit on the 117th row up there. Like it's an objectively terrible seat. And so if you bolted in with these suites, it would be large enough that no one would complain about stadium size. And nobody's complaining about Oregon's small stadium, right? In the top 7 last night, 4 of the top 7 have less than 70,000 people between us and Oregon and Texas Tech and Indiana. You don't have to have a huge stadium. It needs to look big, and I think that's part of what helps Indiana a little bit is they have a really tall stadium. But just put some suites around it. And like you said, Austin, it pays for itself in like 4 years. And then everything after that's profit.
Look, nobody talks about stadium size unless your team sucks. Otherwise, you talk about your team.
Like, do you think Texas Tech cares about how much bigger Texas A&M stadium is if they play on the college football playoff and they beat them because they have a better defense? No, nobody cares. Like, they're in Lubbock, of course their stadium is small.
You know what Texas Tech cares about? They have not one, but 2 dudes up for a Defensive Player of the Year award. They care about paying players and winning.
Oh,
also, how much is that stadium helping Michigan right now? Like 107,000 in there.
Penn State.
Like Ben Hill Griffin, cool, $90K. Morgan Wallen can have a lot of fun there, I guess, when he does a concert. I hope Jed Fish likes it.
I feel like you could wrap the stadium in the press box, Nick, like exactly like the one in the south end zone. You could do that in one off season. I feel like you could build that literally in one off season.
It just goes over top of what's existing.
And actually attached to it. It's its own thing that sits behind it. like it looks attached.
Like if you need to do it, like play the first 4 games on the road or something.
Also, for 1 year, you just wouldn't have an East Side for a year, like the East Side uppers. It would not affect the stadium at all. I think just knowing what I know about the South End Zone, I think there's about 4,000 seats in there. I think you could get close to. I think you'd be really pushing 80, and the stadium would feel so big. if you wrap that all the way around. Oh my goodness. And had a roof like that. But they're too worried about the storms and that little bitty road right behind there and stuff. I understand that. That's frustrating for me.
Hey, look, man, the guy's no longer with us. You can move the FedEx building now. I mean, no disrespect.
Just rebuild it where you're imploding the tap pad.
We're just like,
just pick it up and move it.
Pay an engineer to build over it. Like it's not impossible, right?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Fulham soccer team just built a stand over top of the River Thames. I'm pretty sure we can do it over.
Lane Kiffin's son enrolled in a Baton Rouge school next semester. Interesting. Which one?
This is breaking.
I mean, this is our boy JLB from the Ron. So
no, I don't.
Probably saw a rumor. I don't think he's.
I was gonna say I think that he's got a high school playoff game to worry about this Friday.
Yeah, correct.
My expert, not uninformed prediction is that he will be the starting quarterback for the Oxford Chargers in 2026.
They say that the former starter has been cleared of concussion protocol for weeks now. So
yeah, it'd be kind of weird to bring him. I feel like you got to have. Also, they're going to win this week, so they're not. Gonna
well, and to be fair, Knox has had the hot hand for the last couple games. He's played well. All right, let's get to picks as we do on this show here. Let's go ahead and jump into a ranked on ranked matchup as we've got a little bit of good stuff in the SEC. We've also got basically SoCon week, 11 a.m. ABC, number 22, Missouri at number 8? Number 8?
Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma? Yes, correct. Man, I know Missouri put it on Mississippi State last week, but I have a feeling that something has awoken this Sooners team, and it was probably losing to Ole Miss. Oklahoma's look good. Went into Neyland, beat Tennessee. Did not think that was going to happen. Did not think that the Sooners could go into Bryant-Denny and get a win, and went toe-to-toe with everyone's Heisman, Ty Simpson, and I think that it's going to continue this week as the number is 7.5 across the board. I'm laying the points with the Sooners, and I'm locking it in.
Yeah, just a question for y'all that are fixing to talk about it. If you think that Oklahoma's as good as they've kind of looked the last few weeks, and you think Missouri's as bad as they've been prior to Mississippi State, their third string quarterback, line feels small to me, doesn't it?
Correct.
It's at home. You're telling me at Missouri it's like a pickle? I don't know.
And
Austin, you're chomping.
Yeah, y'all know what I'm going to say to start with. Spot play is situationally really favors Mizzou. The other thing is,
but do you have a spot play if you're in the CFP? You know what I mean? Like if you're,
just going on the road. Just think about, for the same reasons you think the line is short. That's the exact reason why I feel like it's a spot play, because I think people think exactly like that. Like, hey, this team's got everything to play for. They just beat Bama on the road at Tuscaloosa. How can the number only be 7.5? Right. Here's the thing. It's different. First of all, Oklahoma, I was on them last week. In fact, I think I called for outright on the show, although I was too pussy to actually pick them for a money line. But I said they had a chance outright. They were really lucky to win that game. I mean, they were +3 in turnovers. They had a weird fluky fumble on the punt, and then picked Simpson off a couple times, which you could say they earned those interceptions. I get it. It's part of the game. But asking Oklahoma to cover as a 6.5-point dog is quite different than asking them to cover as a 7.5-point favorite. You're just asking a team that plays low margin games to get margin on a team that's a really good defense, maybe the second best defense in the SEC in Missouri, second or third. I know their quarterback has been atrocious, but didn't Prebula warm up last week a little bit, pregame? Do we know for certain he's out?
I think it's up in the air.
Yeah. So, I mean, you get him back. I don't know how effective he can be in the run game with, his injury being so fresh, so recent. I don't know, man. I think asking an Oklahoma team that doesn't get margin on anybody, they don't win by double digits against anybody, to cover against a pretty salty Mizzou defense and a strong run game. I don't know. I would not be eager to lay them.
What can I get Mizzou money line?
Well, I'll look that up. I'm with Nick on the spot play, potentially not being a thing because Missouri's done. Like the playoff is not happening. And Oklahoma's pretty damn good against the run. And I think that this is going to be a disgusting game that will not be fun to watch. But Oklahoma's defense gets some stops, gets some turnovers. I mean, those guys it seems like they have everybody's signals. We had another play like that this past weekend where the Bowen kid picked off Simpson. I mean, just ran straight to the spot.
Yep. I'm not even suggesting anything improper about it. I'm not. I mean, at this point, I'm kind of like props to you. But, dude, week in and week out, except for against Ole Miss, it does seem like they've got the other team's signals.
Yeah. They at least had signals from Ole Miss on that one play.
They definitely did on the screen, the little tunnel screen to Daquan.
Yeah. Ben, you can get Missouri money line plus 260.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Again, I just think it's different to say, look, I like Oklahoma as a dog. It's different to say I like them in this spot as a giant favorite against a competent team.
They played well in Tuscaloosa. They were outgained by 200 yards.
Yeah. Yeah, plus 3 turnover margin. Like, you should win the game.
I'm not asking John Mateer to go crazy. I just want a 10
But I'm thinking 7.5 is a lot. But I don't. I mean, it's hard to. I don't hate this spot call because I agree with you. Missouri's out of it. Oklahoma's squarely in it right now. It's a must-win for them. And I don't want to sit here and say Oklahoma's not as good as we like to think because that's Ole Miss's best win. Mm-hmm. But Missouri is definitely talented enough to beat Oklahoma. I didn't see enough playmakers from Oklahoma to be able to extend a lead against Missouri. Mm-hmm. Just my thought. We can move on.
Anybody else have a play on this one? Nick?
No, I don't. I already said my piece about it. I thought it was a big line. I do like Drinkwitz, and I think he's a good coach. I think he keeps them focused, even though he could be somewhere else. But yeah, I mean,
also true.
The only thing I see is that Oklahoma's had this is their third SEC game at 11 a.m. and I just that stinks, man. I've been there, and this is a bummer for them.
So much for being a blue blood.
Yeah, you're right.
Also, this is only Missouri's third road game of the year.
That's wild.
Yeah. All right. Elsewhere around the country, it's not very Sprite this week. But let's go to 2:30 CBS. The Southern Cal Trojans travel to Autzen Stadium to take on the Oregon Ducks. That line is 9.5. This feels way too big.
Mm-hmm. Agree.
Can I get a 10?
There are no 10s.
It's actually trending towards. Well, it's actually trending towards 10.
I like USC here.
I do too. I'm not locking it in because Oregon can every now and then they can put it on somebody at home. And Lincoln Riley has been known to lay some eggs. I'm not touching it though.
For the record, I think that it's for Ole Miss. Let's say you think we lose the Egg Bowl and you want to make sure we make the college football playoff. Should root for Oregon here, right? This would put USC at 9-2, and they play UCLA next week. You don't. The question is whether you want Ole Miss without a coach at 10-2 or USC also at 10-2. I get it. We're in the SEC, and then that may be the factor, but it's not the either or that I want there.
Mm-hmm. Agree.
I think Oregon's going to win. I just think this number's too big.
Yeah. No, I do too.
And I'm not going to lock it in because they're also the type of school that'll be up 35-0 at halftime.
Right.
Here's the thing. Oregon's kind of playing man ball a little bit. They're not exactly high flying. They're lining up in road grading. And USC really did not hold up very well against Notre Dame when Notre Dame did that to them in the rain at South Bend. Now, I think Notre Dame's front's probably better than Oregon's. I think their backs are better than Oregon's. But the style of play is actually pretty similar. So I worry that Oregon can line up and just go Neanderthal on USC and run them out of the game. But if USC's front can hold up.
Oregon's got 4 guys with 40 carries. They've got a guy with 76, 66, 49, 42, and then a quarterback, obviously. So, and then another guy down there with 25. I feel like that's a lot of carries, man. If you looked at ours, it's like
Kiwan.
It's Kiwan, and Diggs has gotten like 7 carries, and then the quarterback, you know?
Yeah.
That's about it.
So, yeah, I mean, 9.5 feels like a big number. I don't know. I think Oregon's probably going to be able to get what they want on the ground, and then they can play keep away. And then on the other side, I don't know. Does USC's offense travel?
Yeah, I mean, Mayav been really good. Here are some numbers that are pretty jarring. Since 2019, teams coming off a win over a ranked team and playing another ranked team, 62 and 86 straight up.
Yeah.
64, 81, and 3 against the spread.
And that's USC, right?
Yes. Beat Iowa, which in the rain. Wild that it actually did rain in Southern California. In games featuring 2 ranked teams since 2017, home teams are now 215 and 110 straight up. That is wild.
Yeah.
That's a massive difference. If you dig a little bit deeper, when the home team has been ranked higher, those teams have gone 123 and 30 straight up.
Damn.
92, 57, and 4 against the spread. That's crazy.
123 and 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty. Yeah. I mean, you don't win a lot of money betting on favorites, but I mean, that's crazy.
Pretty strong margin. Yeah.
Yeah. For the sake of the show, Oregon, I mean, maybe do either an alt line or look at like a team total or something. I think this probably is low scoring. What's the total? Because like Austin said, Oregon's been kind of meat grinding people.
Mm-hmm.
It's 59.5. I'd take the under.
Damn, that's high. 59.5?
Yeah, I did not think it'd be that high. Yeah, I would definitely take the under if you're playing this one.
Yeah, I mean, I consider locking that. 59.5 seems really high. I just think Oregon plays keep away, man.
They don't want Mayav on the field. They don't want him throwing it to Makai Lemon all over the place. Deuce Robinson's a problem. You don't want to have to cover that guy.
Yeah, it just feels like it's
plays.
31-20 or something. 31-21.
Yeah. Might circle back and take that under. I actually like that now. All right, scrolling through the slate here. Let's go ahead. I don't think we have any other.
This is the worst bye week slate you could ever ask for.
It's a terrible slate.
Like, we're on a bye, and
we can start doing locks if y'all want to.
Yeah,
we're well into this.
Yeah, because we can probably do locks and cover those games. Because I mean, we've got a couple SEC versus SEC, Big Ten, ACC.
I got one here. I'll go ahead and throw it out there. Iowa minus 16.5 against Michigan State. You guys talked a lot of crap last week. 16.5. You guys talked a lot of crap last week about how good the Spartans were and Alessio Milahelevic, how good he was. And they put up 10 points at Penn State. Iowa is fixing to suffocate them, right? It's going to be like 17-0. It's going to be ugly. I was facing good teams. They faced USC and Oregon the last 2 weeks. They played good teams, is my point. And they're finally coming back to a team that they're going to be more talented than. They're getting them at home. And I just don't think that Michigan State's going to be able to score much. I think it's going to be like a 27-10 game. 27-7.
Yeah.
Does Michigan State join the carousel?
Maybe.
I think they're getting really close. I just don't know that you can go Owen whatever in your second year. I don't think you
I
can
saw
do
a tweet from somebody, and I did not research this, that they've not gone winless in conference play, maybe ever.
Wow.
Damn.
Kiffin to East Lansing.
Blue
It
blood.
was some.
It's the Gainesville of Michigan.
Crazy number. It was like a really virtually ever.
I believe it. Michigan State's. I mean, they're historically like not an awesome program, but historically decent.
Very,
And they played
very
Northwestern.
similar to Ole Miss in the SEC, but in the Big Ten. Maybe better Big Ten numbers than Ole Miss and SEC, but
technically close to a beach because you got the Great Lakes.
All
Just
right.
like Gainesville.
I'm gonna take just a nasty one. Let's go to the Plains. I'm going to lay 27.5 with Auburn against Mercer.
Wait, what?
Wait, it's only 27.5. The last time they went undefeated, by the way, Michigan State in conference play was 1958. Sorry, go ahead.
58.
Damn.
Yeah, 58. They were 0-5. Unless you count the 2 seasons they had probation. We're not doing that.
No.
So
Mercer
there you go.
covering 27.5. I was like, hold on, who are they playing?
Mercer.
No, wait, no, you're taking Mercer?
No,
No,
I'm
he's
taking Auburn.
Yeah,
Auburn. How is this line so low?
it is small. Yeah, that's
How bad do they think Auburn's offense is?
well. I guess
And also
look ahead, right?
I think DJ Durkin really thinks he could be the next coach there.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
he's got every incentive in the world to run it up. Not only that, but like so do the assistants, like Derek Nix. These guys are coaching for their future at other places.
Yeah,
Wait, I wonder what the smallest SEC FCS line of the year is. What was Kentucky last week? Weren't they 28 to
22
Tennessee Tech? They're 22.5 to Tennessee Tech, who was unbeaten.
Oklahoma
Mercer
State,
not unbeaten.
Oklahoma State and UT Martin.
Oh no, SEC. I'm sorry, SEC only because that was
Okay,
probably
sorry.
like -1.5.
That was,
But
Big 12 and UT Martin. It was 20.5, and they didn't cover.
27 seems crazy low. I don't know. Mercer's not a bad
Beat by
FCS team.
like 50 by like Georgia State or maybe that was the vice versa. I can't remember.
No, this is their first FBS game. So
No, I'm saying who did Mercer play? Was it the Citadel? Who did they play? I don't care. It's 27.5. Give me Auburn.
I don't care.
they're 9-1. They lost. They played the Citadel and they won 30-0. So
Yo, what?
Maybe we should be taking Mercer money lines, huh?
Since they went to Atkinson at QB, they're unbeaten. So
Hold on. Let me see what the money line is.
that's Atkinson threw for 316 against Wofford, and they haven't looked back.
I've always said that he should have started at the beginning of the year.
Well, I thought he would win the job. I guess Smith looked better in practice than preseason. I guess.
Like Vegas.
That's what early reports
They've
showed.
been an NIL thing where they had to play the other guy.
Right. Well, you didn't want him to transfer. DJ Smith. Like, DJ's from Greenwood. He was on that. That's not even a joke. He was on that Greenville Christian team.
Oh,
So good.
yeah.
That has a kid that's at Louisville. What a small world.
Chris Bell.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris Bell.
Nick, I just saw this. I need you to explain it to me like I am 5. Why is Toledo 27.5-point favorites this week over Ball State?
They can't.
Oh, is this one of those games that's already happened and you want to pick it like Ben always does?
Oh, did it?
No, I don't know. I was at.
No. Smart ass. It's on Saturday.
I didn't
That can't be
know.
right. Toledo can't be that big of a favorite over Ball State.
Toledo's like 9-0, aren't they? No, they're 6-4.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
admit
They are
9-0 in the
27.5. That's crazy.
I know. I was like, is this a typo?
There must be an injury.
Ball State is
Multiple injuries.
currently.
Oh, there was a plane crash, actually. Like that. I'm not joking about it. That's the only way it's. That's the only way it's this bad.
I've
Ball
got
State.
another lock.
Ball State lost to Eastern Michigan 24-9 last week. Ball State Cardinals are 4-6. Yeah, why is this line so big?
Yeah, they're not like.
Well,
they're not
okay.
over. I mean, they're.
Toledo's whooping teams though recently, like 42-3, 24-3, 45-10, 45-3. Like, since they must have had a quarterback that got hurt and came back or something. I don't know.
Dude, do we
We're
need
too
to get
far in the
on?
weeds on a
Do
Mac
we need to
school.
get
All
on
right.
get on the Rockets?
We're going to go to Raleigh, North Carolina,
Uh-oh.
and I'm going to take the Wolfpack.
I was going to say, there's no need for the dramatic pause. We all know. We all know.
Wolfpack plus 5.5 against Florida State. Both teams are 5-5. Both teams suck. I get a home dog, and look, I don't believe in this as much anymore with the portal. I used to pick this all the time, but it's still NC State's still playing Florida State at home, and so, and I get 5.5. Let me take the points and roll with the Wolfpack.
Yep. Real quick, I'm gonna throw out a couple. Vance Hopper was asking for it. Dog, you already know. UNLV minus 2.5 against Hawaii. That is in Vegas. We're not going off the mainland, so I feel pretty good about that. Dan Mullen's probably still trying to boost a resume.
Dan Mullen to LSU.
Also, I'm locking in Arizona minus 6.5 at home.
Hey, don't knock it. He would win there.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, he would. He's great. He's a great coach. Baylor is dead. That might be a team that jumps into the carousel. I think the writing is on the wall in all caps, in blood.
Who could they hire?
Dave
That's the only thing is like
Jeff Levy.
They'll hire. Okay, little family.
There is
reunion.
a family tie there.
Mm-hmm.
You could go get Chad. Not Chad Morris. Not Chad Morris.
I mean, nothing bad has ever happened with the Bryles, Bryles family member.
They've never done anything. Eric Morris, North Texas head coach.
Yeah, that'd be a good get.
Texas guy, knows the lay of the land. He wants a P4 job. But yeah, Arizona has quietly been playing very well.
Maybe Oklahoma State goes that direction too, or if they already hired somebody.
Nope. Didn't hire anybody. All right,
somebody's going to get our boy Bob Chesney.
Yeah, he's good.
Oh yeah, poor JMU.
I know they're the new Arkansas State.
Anybody hear? Anybody hear news out of Virginia Tech this week? Anything at all? They get a new head coach. All the players are playing for what they're auditioning this week for James Franklin. They want to remain a Hokie. They want to get more NIL money. Who wouldn't want to play? I mean, honestly, if you went to Virginia Tech, you'd want to play for James Franklin, right? That's a pretty good coach. You'd love to stay there. They're getting 17 and a half points. Actually, I can see an 18.5 at the Hard Rock. 18.5 points to Miami, who has dogged some teams the last 2 weeks. So I understand where they're coming from. I just don't think you can beat. I don't think you can win 42-3 3 weeks in a row, right? I think at some point there's a little bit of a letdown. You're on the road. These Virginia Tech players are playing a little bit of an audition to come back next season, and they're getting essentially 3 touchdowns, right? So give me Virginia Tech.
Look ahead spot for Miami.
Austin doesn't like it.
With Florida State.
I actually like that one a lot.
Who does Miami play next week?
Okay.
It's not Florida State.
It can't be Florida State. They probably play at BC. That's a big rivalry. They play at Pitt to end the season.
It's a tricky spot.
It happened.
Yinzers versus convicts.
Yeah.
Hines.
Yeah, I like them a lot, actually, Nick. I mean, preseason, what was this number? I know a lot has happened since preseason. I'm just saying, if you go athlete for athlete, like Miami's superior roster, sure, but are they this much better than?
Well, it was like 7.5 preseason, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean, if that, right? Again, nearly 20 points on the road against a team that has had they've had a little bit of success. They've won a couple games in the ACC. They're 2-4. Let's see, they beat Cal. They beat NC State on the road. They played with Louisville a couple weeks ago at home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah, dude.
Not a money line pick.
You mentioned James Madison. I told y'all to remind me this week, 2 weeks ago, when we discussed this. Washington State travels across country to James Madison, who has every reason in the world to run it up. They're
Been
trying to break in.
Disrespected.
Yeah, and they're trying to break in as the G5 playoff contender. We're under 2 touchdowns. Lay them. JMU minus 13.5.
Good pick.
Yep. What's the total in Vandy, Kentucky?
I knew you'd pick that game.
53.
All right, I'm gonna lock in the under 53. All right, do y'all know what Kentucky ranks in seconds per play in the country? Every time Ole Miss plays Kentucky, I feel like we get like 6 possessions in the whole game.
Ranks?
Yeah.
Oh, like 127.
90th. Guess
Okay,
what Vanderbilt ranks?
Probably like 100th.
Vandy is 126th.
Yeah. They crawl, man. There's no tempo.
Triple option.
I want to lock in the under, and I want to lock in Kentucky and the points.
Yeah, it seems high. It seems high.
And
Vandy is
Kentucky's-
kind of limping to the finish line.
They're
Here.
limping. I'm
Yeah.
not so sure
did
Kentucky's
it
not
last
going
year.
to get them.
Yeah.
Kentucky's playing well.
They are.
Cutter Bowley
I think
figures
this
stuff out.
happens whenever you don't have a lot of depth, right? Vanderbilt has got some guys that would play at other SEC schools, and then the guys behind them would not play at JMU. They wouldn't play at
Great
Georgia
point.
State hardly.
That's a great point. Yep.
Yeah.
Especially on defense, man. Their defense has been exposed. Like,
And that's why they play so slow, I think, right? Because the defense is so bad. If they're not taking all 40 seconds on the clock, they're going to put their defense back out there.
Also, real quick, I'm going to grab this one. Why is Southern Miss only a 1.5 point favorite?
we need to make sure if their quarterback's healthy. Last week, we picked Southern having no idea that the quarterback was out or not going to play. Although I think he was a late scratch.
What's
But-
his?
Braxton. He's our Braxton's brother, right? Isn't he Jalen Braxton's brother? I think so.
Isn't he?
Oh,
I was thinking he was a Mississippi guy. Is he? Maybe
Oh,
he's
not.
he's a Connerly finalist.
Oh my God.
No, he's from Frisco, Texas. Yeah.
Who else are the Connerly finalists?
A gun to your head, who states?
There's
Blake
Shoot
Chapin.
me.
Kelly Jones, the DB.
We're done for. It's got, you're probably right. Or we're all dead.
Oh, it's the
And
wide.
like the vote is going to be uncomfortably close too. It's going to
Brennan,
be like
Just pull the trigger, man. Yeah, it'll be like,
The award
720
died.
to 520.
That
Yeah.
award died when the guy from Millsaps beat Michael
Oh, my
Lower and
God.
Trey Jerry,
yeah.
2 first rounders.
So who do we?
Trinidad is the Ole Miss one.
Yeah, Trinidad's on this one.
I was gonna say it was gonna be either him or Kiwan.
So wait, so who is it for state? I'm sorry.
Brennan Thompson, wide receiver.
Oh, that's the receiver that caught the one for Arizona State, right?
Literally, that's the
super-
Basis
basis
only
for
catch
his.
the-
Speedy.
Literally the basis for his candidacy.
So is the
It literally says,
parameters of
including
this,
a go-ahead school. Go ahead.
Let me
are the
pull-
parameters of this award that like each school has a player put up?
Yeah.
Is that how it
Yeah.
works?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think when it first started that they had multiple from one school, and I think it was you were getting cannibalized, right? If Ole Miss has a really good year, it'd be like Eli and Mike Espy, and they split the votes, and then some guy from state when they go 4-7 wins it.
Brennan
So yeah,
Thompson
everyone has one.
has 47 receptions for 868 yards and 6 touchdowns.
It's a good year.
It's not a bad year. If Trinidad doesn't win it, then it's
I mean, yeah. It's preposterous. What are we doing?
guy's got 2,700 passing yards and the team's 10-1. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
2,700 passing yards in 9 games.
Mhm.
mm.
Yeah. Also funny. Can Samford cover 54.5 against Texas A&M?
Ooh.
I was on the Gamecocks last week. I wouldn't touch that one this week, man.
Are you kidding me with that? We had that.
We did.
Oh my gosh.
This-
South Carolina.
Yeah, that was.
Samford is.
Oh my God,
A
that
little
collapse.
bit of exposing of A&M is what that was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
South
Texas is
Carolina
going
was
to get them next
controlling the
week.
line of scrimmage in the first half.
Samford
How is A&M doing anything against Texas next week at Texas? How are they doing anything offensively?
because look, the Longhorns defense played its ass off in Athens.
Yeah.
Just can't score.
Yeah, they have no run game, so it's just all Arch. If it's not him completing it, I mean they tried the wrinkles, but it's just not enough. Like they put DeAndre Moore in the backfield a little bit. I mean, you can't have no run game and an offensive line that's not super great. Yeah, Samford is 1-10, by the way.
Can Sanford score a touchdown? I think that's the question. If they do, they cover, right?
Isn't Stanford? Isn't that a bad team?
They're 1-10.
Yeah, no shot.
I mean,
this
they're
is
the
like
best 1-10
almost
team in the country, but yes.
and this. Yeah, well, it could be. They're just like the Citadel.
Charlotte is getting 43.5 from Georgia.
And Charlotte's bad.
Wait, there's a stat though. Kirby has never covered a number above 40.
Oh no.
How many is that? I guess it could be like 7. But
It's at least one a year. I mean, they play like Austin P.
Yeah, I mean I want to grab that one because you got a look ahead spot there too.
All right.
you got too much faith in the Niners.
Yeah.
Chapel Hill, North Carolina. I'm taking the Tar Heels +7 or 7.5 at home against Duke.
Love it. Yeah.
Duke has fallen apart. They suck.
North
Duke's
Carolina's got an
defense.
outside shot of making a bowl. So
Duke's defense is so bad.
And the good thing
they're going to
about
go to NC State next week.
if North Carolina makes a bowl, Jordan Hudson can be a cheerleader on the sideline.
Right. Yes. Works out.
How cool is North Carolina's schedule? They got a Wake Forest that's like maybe an hour and 20 from Chapel Hill. They host Duke, right, which is everyone knows they're 8 miles apart, and then they go to Raleigh next week, which is 25 miles or so from their campus. I'm not advocating for us to be in a thing with
the Gulf
Delta
South
State
Conference.
and Mississippi Valley, but like that's really cool that they play. I don't know. You can just be a North Carolina fan and like never leave the Piedmont region, and you can go to all these games.
Yeah,
Sorry, just an aside.
No, it is super cool. I agree. I'm jealous of it. We play
Yeah, it's
Oklahoma every year now.
Nice to have some regionality. Yeah.
Here's a weird one. For several reasons. Texas laying 8.5 at home against
it's
Arkansas.
crashing. It's crashing.
Wow,
I was like
that-
10.5.
Say that line again. I'm sorry.
9.5 or 9.5, 9, 8.5. Texas. Like
Against who?
Arkansas.
I don't know how I feel about it.
This is Arkansas's third Super Bowl of the season, though.
Yeah.
So-
They kind of think of this as a rivalry game. I'm sure Texas does not, but Arkansas.
Ain't no
thinks
kind
it's-
about it. Like
Yeah.
the
they
last
think
year when they hosted them, it was like the biggest game that had been in Fayetteville ever. Like since they built how I-479 or whatever.
Yeah.
You got to lay these points though, right?
That's what I'm thinking, but it's just like
How's Texas scoring? Because I think Arkansas is scoring.
I know, but
I don't know, man. It's a stay away from me. But if you're going to lock it in, I'd have to lay the point. Arkansas is going 2-10.
No, I think you're right.
yeah.
So we don't think Bobby gets one. We don't think he gets anybody. I guess they got Mizzou left, huh?
I think Mizzou at home. But listen, this is my thing with Arkansas. Look at their scores. They lost by 3. They lost by 3. They lost by 9. They lost by 3. They lost by 1. Okay.
Yeah.
One of those teams is A&M. I know they're pretty talented. Now they do have the 56-13 game in Notre Dame. Okay. And then the other game was a 6-point loss in Oxford. Every game's close. They just have no idea how to win. Give them
That's
to
what
me.
I'm
Give me
saying.
the
It's a
points.
stay away. I couldn't
give me the
trust
points.
taking them.
I want 9.5. I want the Hogs.
You locking it in?
I'm going full hog.
Pause.
Whole hog. Excuse me.
Yeah. I guess I would take them if I played it. I want nothing to do with this game, man. Texas can't score. Arkansas can't stop anybody. I don't know.
Yeah, this is a weird ass game. For real though. Like,
Speaking of another weird one, I think I'm gonna take the points with Temple against Tulane.
I was
feel
going to
like
pick that one next. That's a great pick. I'm not going to double up with
Good
you.
pick,
Take
good
it,
pick.
but I was going to pick it.
I just feel like maybe a little distracted. Plus, Temple plays actually pretty solid defense. They're not complete horseshit this year like they are in years past or were in years past.
That's also a trip for Tulane.
It is a trip, and I just think look, Tulane has had some stinkers, man. Like I don't think Temple can score like UTSA did a few weeks back on Tulane, but I think they can make life difficult, particularly on offense. So give me the 8 points. Funky spot, bring your own energy spot. The stadium will be empty. It'll be like a scrimmage in there. Like, give me the home team. Weird travel.
Do we know Temple's last 2 wins? By the way, they lost to Navy, ECU, and Army, which all pretty respectable
Should
teams to
have
lose to
beaten
this
Navy.
year. Their last, 32-31. Their last, and could have been Army 14-13. Their last 2 wins are Charlotte, who we know is 1-9, the only wins over Monmouth, and Tulsa, who we know is 2-8. One of their only wins is over Oklahoma State. So, like, just looking at their schedule is just kind of odd to me how they've either played a good team or they've beaten one of the worst teams that's ever played college football.
Yeah, I mean, it's not exactly like a stout conference. There's like it's very top heavy. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, right.
oh boy. What about everybody's favorite Kansas State Wildcats getting 17.5 against Utah at Rice Eccles?
That's crazy, man. That's a big number. But I mean, I'm not looking to jump in front of the Utah train at this point.
I was going to say Kansas State's. I just don't know what you're going to get from them in week in, week out, right?
Yeah.
They're 5-5. 1 week they whip up on Kansas. The next week they get destroyed by Texas Tech. Then they go to Oklahoma State and win 14-6. That's a terrible Oklahoma State team. No, Ole Miss's third string couldn't win 14-6 on Oklahoma State. It would be the line would be -20. So I don't know about Kansas State.
I want to lock this with them for the number of moves. Give me SMU laying 2.5 against Louisville.
Yeah, Louisville is.
The wheels are falling off for Louisville, man. They're banged up. Quarterback play is bad right now.
Does Brom need to try to get out of there?
There could be a reason why they're playing so poorly.
Yeah,
Is
dude. If
he
you're
an
gonna go,
Arkansas candidate?
I hope not.
Same.
Don't want him there.
Nope.
He may
If
be
you're
an
gonna
Ole Miss
go,
candidate.
this is the cycle to go. Like this is the time to get out.
This one's interesting. Tennessee laying 3.5, 4 on the road at Florida.
Feels a little light, doesn't it?
Yeah, part of me is like it's in the swamp, but like was last week was that the last bullet in the chamber?
Yeah. And also,
The dead coach bounced.
Also, that margin of victory last week for us was about as low as it could have possibly been, given how the game played out. Like that game was more like a 17 or 20 point football game, not a 10-point game.
And the ball.
I mean, just as long as Aguilar doesn't throw a pick inside his own 20 like we did.
Exactly. That's what I mean. We handed them a lot of points. Guys were running wide open in our secondary. And maybe they can do that against Tennessee too, but I kind of think
I would tell y'all that one receiver Florida's fast, man. I can't think of his name, but good
start
runner.
of it?
Yeah. He's not quite the runner that the guy from Carolina is. That dude's real fast. He looks awesome.
Nick Harbor.
Yeah, dude.
Probably can run in the Olympics if he wants.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, start event. Yeah, he flat out just ran away from Antonio Kite.
Yeah. Well, we didn't do Kite any favors with that set.
No.
I remember kept running cover 0, man. Like,
why is this the thing? Like I know Lagway played like shit in the second half, but I mean the first half, dude was just dropping everything in the bucket.
It's like Pete does this shit for fun. Like we start the first half and we're like, what are we doing? The second half we pitch a shutout. He like makes the adjustments and then it's over.
It's like, oh, that's what y'all are doing. This is what we're running the second half. Okay.
Yeah. Now we're going to turn your
score
water
anymore.
off.
Yeah. Unless you're Georgia.
Apparently on the season there was a pretty good ass chewing at halftime, and then apparently TJ Daughtery got up and got in some people's faces. So
it worked.
Please stop doing cover zero against competent quarterbacks with good arms who can make throws.
Well, if you're going to run cover zero, you better blitz and get home.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's.
Like you can't get the guy all day to throw and then run man coverage and expect somebody to not be wide open. That's how you hit big plays. I mean.
Let's see. On that note,
I think I'm tapped out.
Man,
my picks.
I got one more. We were on Northwestern last week. At least Ben and I were. They covered, but they managed to squander 5 turnovers gifted to them. They still could not win the game. Give me Minnesota plus 3.5. Minnesota against teams that are more in their weight class has been pretty good this year.
Mm-hmm.
They struggle against more talented teams, which no shit, a lot of teams do. But this Northwestern is not as good as Minnesota. This number is crazy to me.
Yeah, you taking the Gophers? I agree with that pick too.
Plus 3.5.
Yeah. I know I took Northwestern last week, but I thought Michigan's fraudulent, and or I took a money line. I like this pick a lot.
All right,
Austin, is there an issue with a Iowa State quarterback being out or something I'm not aware of, Becht?
Yeah, I don't know. Was it 4? They're laying 4?
It's 4. You're telling me on a neutral site, it's essentially a pick 'em. I mean, it's a 1.5 in a neutral site with them in Kansas. Give me Iowa State minus 4. I mean, I just don't think that Kansas is all that good. Kansas beats up on teams that they're worse than, right? They've beaten UCF. I had their schedule pulled up here a second ago.
Struggled against Oklahoma State.
They struggled against Oklahoma State.
Did you say what was your pick, Nick?
Iowa State minus 4. Yeah, they struggled with Oklahoma State. They beat UCF and they beat West Virginia, and that's like the extent of they're playing Texas Tech or Kansas or Arizona State or Cincinnati. They're losing. This game's at Iowa State. Give me my Iowa State minus 4.
Yeah. 2 quick ones I'm grabbing. Cincinnati plus 2.5. I'm going back to the well.
I'd love to get a 3 there.
And BYU's in a weird spot. And I just think at home.
Man, BYU played good last week.
They did.
They did, man. God, they did. They blitzed TCU. That was crazy.
I did not expect that. I picked TCU, locked them in.
Yeah.
Brendan Sorsby's going to have a nice audition in case Trinidad doesn't get another year. Give me the Bearcats at home. I think Satterfield gets one here. And then also, I mean, free space on the board here. Arizona State minus 7 against Colorado.
Ooh. That's a weird number.
It's in Folsom, but my God, Colorado is
they're bad.
Awful.
Yeah, losing West Virginia's.
Yeah, they quit like a month ago. Colorado did.
53-7 and 52-17. They're 2 games before the West Virginia one.
Yep.
Great pick. That's a slam dunk. Is that Arizona State? You said?
Yeah.
It's in 7? Colorado.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm gonna lock that in too. I'll have to ride that with you. I can't let one that easy go by.
All right, so what is the deal with Levitt? Is he playing or not?
So
I don't think so.
I mean, whether he's playing or not, I mean, it seems like he's getting in the portal, probably setting up to follow Dillingham if he bolts.
Yeah.
Either way, Jeff Sims has played great.
You might know the last time Arizona State won a game by more than 7 points.
Northwestern?
Mississippi State.
It was week 3 against Texas State. They won the games by 3, 4, 5, and 2.
I mean, they win them 5-2 and 7-4.
Yeah, I mean, one's 24-19. It's an NFL score.
Trends are
some baseball teams average more points than runs than Northwestern scores points.
All right. Anything else on the board?
Oh, it's a kind of a shitty week.
It
Not
is.
kinda. Not kinda. It is
Numbers-
a shitty week.
The numbers are all weird.
Yeah.
Like Penn State laying 8.5, Tennessee laying 4. Like
I
the one
love
that
Southern
I
Miss
was
this week. I
Huh?
love. I liked the Iowa pick. I love the Arizona State pick. Who does Alabama play this week? They off?
Illinois
Nah.
State.
Oh, same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we didn't talk about them.
This is an aside, but if you're an FCS team and you think you have a run at the playoffs, Illinois State, they're ranked 11th. Why are you playing Alabama to close your season? I mean, I guess the goal is like we just won't play our best players much or something. You're just begging for an injury
Need
that
money.
would derail your season that you actually care about. I guess I don't know, the check cashes whenever, but still, if I'm a player, that kind of sucks.
What is the
man.
price for an FCS team now? $2 million?
Nah,
at
I think it's still like
at least
around a one.
One
'Cause I think
more.
to bring in like a G5 is like 2.25. So I think FCS is like $1 million, maybe $1.5 million if they're far off.
One more I'm grabbing. San Diego State minus 11.5 at Snapdragon. San Jose State's bad. San Diego State's got a chance to win 10 games.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Sean Lewis.
I mean, y'all love those teams out in San Diego, and I've never kept up with them to know.
I got a total in a funky game. ECU at UTSA in the dome at UTSA. 62.5 feels a little light given what these teams do offensively. JDB on the ECU sideline puts up points. UTSA scores at home. They did against Tulane. They do against everybody. This game feels like it's played in the 30s. The winner's like 38-35, somebody.
What's the number?
62.5.
You taking over?
Yeah.
Isn't it
Defense optional.
Isn't that Jeff Traylor stat? Like he doesn't lose
Doesn't lose at home.
at home.
Mm-hmm.
Are they still in the Alamo Dome?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's my thought process there. Like if they don't lose at home and they don't, you're going to have to score to keep up with ECU. So this is like 42-38, 38-35, something like that.
Mm-hmm. We talked earlier about the Ball State Toledo game. Is there a reason that you can, if you bet $100, you win more on Ball State winning than if Mercer beat Auburn? There's no way that there's that much of a talent. There must be like multiple like season-ending like legs were hanging out, and the players are like they've been physically ill about it all week. You would bet if you bet $100 and each team won, you win more on Ball State beating Toledo than on Mercer beating an SEC team.
I don't understand that. We
That's
gotta be missing
that's
something with
unbelievable.
Ball State. We gotta be missing something.
The school shutting down. All right.
Lost its charter.
Yeah, right.
The fighting Jason Whitlocks at Ball State.
The Ball State grifters.
All right, I'm gonna do money line here. I'm gonna go.
Oh yeah, we got to get some money lines on the board.
I think my money line is anybody taking Kentucky? Ben took
a
them,
good
and Ben has a lot of green on the board. Give me Kentucky plus 300 against Vandy.
It's a great pick.
I'd love like 330 or something, but yeah, give me plus 300. I mean,
Kentucky plus 300.
yeah,
They're going
plus
to get
300.
Vandy outright this week.
Ooh.
I think, yeah.
Be kind of hilarious.
And also Vandy, who's Vandy looking ahead to, right? They know what they can do next week. They know they can
Mm-hmm.
play even more of a spoiler against Tennessee.
Middle note, take Tennessee next week because they're going to be in a meat grinder with Kentucky this week.
Go get beat up. Stoops is God, man, the cockroach of the SEC, man.
Keep surviving.
He just, man. I'm scouring the board for a money line here.
Not a lot of great
I picked
options
one
this week.
earlier.
Nick, is Delaware worth it?
I thought about it, man. They're at Wake Forest. Wake Forest plays every game's 13-12.
Yep. Did y'all see?
Still-
Did you
still
see
result
that
on
last
game.
week? How Wake Forest covered? Did you see
Yes.
this? Oh
Which
my
game is
God.
that?
Wake Forest against UNC. It's worth hearing me out. So the first touchdown that Wake scored was a 70-yard offensive fumble return. Like they caught a pass, they fumbled the ball. One of their receivers picks it up, like takes it 60 yards or something crazy, right? That was their first touchdown. All right. So late in the game, there's like a minute left. They're in the red zone. The clock is ticking away. Belichick's not calling timeouts. Wake Forest is just running 31 dive to run the clock out, right? Belichick calls a timeout with 20 seconds left. 20 seconds left. 4th and goal for Wake. Wake runs a play and scores a touchdown. 20 seconds left. Why the fuck are you calling a timeout with 20 seconds left?
He had to make sure he remembered to turn the bottle warmer on.
It was one of the most inexplicable timeouts I've ever seen called in football. It was like point shaving stuff.
I got Nick with that one. Did you like that one, Nick?
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, I saw that and
Yikes.
like audibly cackled when he called that timeout. And then
he got pissed.
Scored.
He got pissed in the post-game handshake because Wake scored on it. Like, dude, don't call a timeout.
Dude, did you see Dickert before the handshake? He took his hat off to shake Belichick's hand.
Wait, why would you call Wake Forest had the ball at the 2?
At 4th and goal, yeah. And Belichick calls a timeout with 20 seconds left.
Okay, right. I mean, it was a 21. Yeah, it was a 2-possession game. I thought it was a 1-possession game. I was like, well, okay, that makes sense.
No,
there's a 9-point game.
Reason. There's no reason to there's no justifiable reason to call a timeout there.
Yikes. Yeah.
Brett.
It's a better school, guys. He's worried about the accounting program.
Guys, have you seen the U.S.? Hey, if he wants accounting, we can go blow for blow. Have you guys seen the U.S. News and World Report? That's where he said.
Hey, every school
does not know Patterson Accountancy School.
Every school is on that campus, guys. Not every university has every school on campus.
Oh man, we're talking about walking into a trap game at Patterson School of Accountancy.
Journalism department, accounting,
medicine.
It's all in Gainesville. I'm doing it, Ben or Nick. Plus 650 Delaware.
I mean, that's what they've always told me. Gainesville's actually the Florence of Florida. It's a Renaissance town, guys. It's known for its just, eccentric existence.
I've always heard when you're not in shambles, you go on other teams' podcasts at
Definitely.
12:30.
It's 12:30 down there. Go to bed, guys.
Just put the fries in the fryer, bro. Like,
put them in the bag.
Just cut the quesadilla.
Is this the infamous Brandon? Did you make it? Speaking of putting fries in the bag, I mean, where you been at, man? We want to talk.
This is royalty at 11:30 at night.
He's been at the BK Lounge.
Hey, don't be hating on the BK Lounge, baby.
Char grilled burgers, baby.
LSU and Florida are better than Ole Miss. Let's stop playing.
Well, I love the crab bucket type. Hey, the two of us, we're cool.
Yeah, like he's not going to coach for both of you. You get that, right? Like this is not a split custody situation.
It's like, well, at least he didn't stay at Ole Miss.
Better than Ole Miss, but did not win the games.
Wait, did I have a money line? Because if I don't see one.
You don't. You need a money line.
The sport is terrible, man. Give me UNC. Belichick's going to use his timeouts well this week. Give me UNC plus 217.
Yeah, I thought about it. Ben already had it. Granted, I guess I took.
Wait, Ben's got money line or just plus 7?
No. He already had UNC. I thought about it because I
what is it? Plus 270?
217.
217.
Yeah.
I honestly think that's a good pick because I think they either win or they don't cover.
think it worked.
Yeah. Old Piss, baby. The Old Piss Land Sharks.
Man, I hadn't heard Old Piss since the 2001
Land
Music City Bowl.
Sharks. Yeah.
Sitting by some drunk West Virginia guys.
I'm sure there were some old pisses yelled at the 21 Tennessee game.
Yeah, you're right.
Old Piss. God, that's so awesome.
I know. And the thing is, people that deploy it like think that they're cooking too. They think they're like, got him. Got him.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Y'all check this out. I'm going to type in Old Piss right quick.
Sick burn.
Yeah. Who's y'all's mascot anyway? Oh, my God.
Like the same people that yell like, who loves donkey dick at baseball games? Jesus.
That's a deep cut for Ole Miss fans.
Fuck's sake. All right, Brandon's. Here we go. Now we're cooking. Give Florida a year with Lane, and we will be where you all are today. Only took 6 years.
Well, keep in mind.
Don't lose to Kentucky.
The first non-COVID year with Lane for Ole Miss, they were 10-2. So Ole Miss would have been in the playoff that very first year also. Not if we want to get technical. I mean,
everything will be rewritten, and they'll be like, "See, we made the playoff," and it's like, yeah, there was 4 teams the first 4 years of his tenure. That's why.
This would be our third playoff year, and the best team we've had didn't even make it.
In a few years, going to the playoff will be like going to Omaha in baseball. It won't be a big thing.
Yeah. Yeah, Brett says Ole Miss is coping. Well, you got to take an L to do that first. I mean,
these guys have not been around us very long.
It's the meme of the butterfly.
Is this coping?
I don't know. I mean, coping might be being on our podcast in the chat, but we love it. I mean, this is fun.
I literally, if they were here at the beginning of the show, maybe they're watching it from the beginning and then just chatting now, but I would, there's no cope here, man. How many SEC title games?
Another deep cut. Cooked.
Yes. Hey, Brett, we've not been to any.
Yeah, guilty as charged. Yeah.
I will say one thing Ole Miss cannot touch Florida in is having murderers on your team.
No, we actually get murdered.
Got us beat on that one. Look, the stepping stone thing, guys. Florida and Ole Miss, the series is 13-13. It's not. You can't do this. Come on, we can't play this game. Hell yeah, Brandon.
Yeah.
Hey, Jed Fish, get him down there.
I respect Brandon. At least he's a day one shit talker. Like he was here weeks ago.
Yeah, he's no G.
Yeah.
When he showed up, things got better.
He's been here. All these other guys with the old piss and the SEC title game slander.
0 SEC title games? I'm just now hearing this. We've never been to an SEC title game?
Fuck.
State's never said that before to us. Oh if only we'd gone 5-3 that one time.
Yeah.
And what, Arkansas's quarterback like shit his pants and fall down against Tennessee?
Mm-hmm.
Have y'all ever gone back, and you probably haven't, but I'm a sicko. I remember the 98 year when State made it. They beat Arkansas at home to make it. Have y'all ever gone back and watched that field goal on YouTube? Because I remember when it happened live.
Did it go like over the bar?
It didn't even go over the bar. He just flat missed it, and they called it good for State to win, and they went to Atlanta.
They're a 3 loss in the SEC.
Yeah.
And
they were 9-5 that year, I think.
Don't get me wrong. Great defense. Like, I'm not hating that they went. It was just like a
sick defense.
Because that was
like a unique.
Was that Jelly Dunn defense?
Pork chop, Womack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, they were good. They were good. I mean, they gave
Willie
Tennessee
Blades,
a game in the SEC championship, and Tennessee was good that year.
Who was the white dude they had?
Safety?
Josh Morgan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude was a dog.
Mm.
Yeah, it was a really good defense. And then Yeah,
Or like Eugene Clinton. You remember those dudes?
Oh yeah,
Pig Prather.
Fred Smoot,
man.
Oh yeah, Smoot.
Mario Hagan.
From Clarksdale.
He was a boss.
They had some dudes on that defense.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I can't remember. Maybe J.J. Johnson was their running back that year.
It was one of those years, yeah.
Like he would have been, because he predated DeCenzo, whatever their names were.
DeCenzo Miller.
And then they lost a player either that year or the year before.
Year before, Kiefer McGee, right?
Kiefer McGee, that's right.
Yeah.
Jolie Dones, DC, Jackie Sherrill.
Mm-hmm. Come for the gambling book, stay for the state lore, y'all.
That's our statement.
I was gonna look up the stats for that team.
I don't have
this guy missed this kick. I can't believe this, Ben.
Yeah. Are you watching it?
This dude shanked
Wayne
it.
Madkin.
He looked like me kicking out there. The ball was like,
good
night.
Listen to this.
No, it's a Jefferson Pilot game, so it's filmed through a potato. But go ahead.
That's rough.
Wayne Madkin completed 48% of his passes.
Yeah, dude.
He threw for 1,532 yards, 11 touchdowns, 9 picks.
Yeah.
So not good. And then James Johnson, he was 1,383 yards, 5.9 a carry, 12 touchdowns.
Dude, they were good, man. Jackie Sherrill could recruit, man. I'm telling you. He was like the first transfer portal guy, except it was junior college.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like if you went to Itawamba or East Mississippi or Northwest.
Olin. Yeah.
Yes. Going straight to Mississippi Delta, going straight to state.
What is it?
Come operate. This guy's getting he's getting drunker as we're on here.
Put it down.
Gainesville? The barber of Gainesville?
I mean, look, I think that just like every SEC school, Florida has probably a great campus with a lot of pretty girls. Oxford smaller, probably nicer, and
Hey, if you want to
legitimate comparison, I'm sure there's some great places to eat in Gainesville. I don't know.
If you want to go bar for bar, let me know how many James Beard winners y'all got.
I'm certain pound for pound the food scene is better in Oxford. Certain of it.
We got a guy in here that said he delivered Terrence Metcalf's offer letter.
Nice.
That's cool.
Very cool.
MLK
Boulevard, like as in Oxford?
No, I was thinking in Clarksdale, right? If he delivered the offer letter. Guy just doxed his childhood home.
Man.
Dude, one of those teams, Clarksdale has some good players, Metcalf and them, but Eastside, Cleveland Eastside, one of their years, they had Ken Lucas and Port Chop Womack. And they had like 2 or 3 All-Americans on the same high school team. Go different.
God.
If y'all you really want to get in the weeds, go back to like the 95 or 96 recruiting class in Mississippi. It's like stacked, dude.
What year? 96?
I think 95 or 96. It's like Romero, Terrence Metcalf, Deuce McAllister. But there's like several that go to state too, all in the same year.
What's his face from Amory? Rufus
Joe
French.
Gunn? Rufus
It was
French.
Rufus French year before.
No, he's about that age. That's about right.
Yeah, some good ball players back then.
Oh, heck yeah, dude. They were awesome.
This is an aside. Who's the kid we signed out of Clarksdale a couple years ago? Was he rail thin? Was it defensive back?
Yeah. God, what's his?
I was wondering if he was still on the team.
What about him?
I didn't know if he was still on the team. I'm sorry. It's just an aside.
No, he still is. I cannot.
The best thing to come off Oxford's McAllister's. Oh,
Broomfield? Yeah, Broomfield. Okay, he's still on the team.
Yeah.
Is he?
God, a complete blank.
The original McAllister's closed, man. Sad day. That restaurant had been in movies.
R.I.P. Yeah, what was that? The Heart of Dixie movie they did? Wasn't that Dennis Quaid?
Yeah. I remember when that was the only McAllisters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the OG McAllister's, OG Nukes.
OG Nukes
Pat
looks like
Mayfield,
it's.
yeah.
Are they about to move out of there?
Are they?
I think their lease maybe runs up in the next few years. I don't know.
It
But
could. They're building and when I say on top of it, they're building a apartment complex that like overhangs their little shack, basically. I
Well,
mean, it
last
is
time I
on
went in
top
there
of
to
it.
get stuff, it was like they had removed a lot of tables. But maybe I'm only going on a weekend when they're only doing to go. I don't know. But every time I go in there, I feel like it's basically just a to go situation.
Yeah, I think that's just kind of how things are, unfortunately. Yeah, McAllister's not as good as now that moved across town, just for the record.
The
Texas A&M would clap Ole Piss. But like A&M.
Is the one in the upper right y'all's dad? Yes, I am.
Ben's not even the oldest person on here.
Yeah,
Shit is also
second
gross.
youngest.
Diego's coming around though. French dip that was the go-to for me before every football game every Friday. That because the McAllisters in Germantown, that's where all of our friends worked. So I mean, you're talking everything's getting comped.
We were
Statute of limitations is run, so you can talk about it.
like bacon spud. That was like the first tea that I liked was at McAllister's.
Yeah, because that shit's good. Fire.
We can shut it down, I guess.
Yeah. Man, a lot of fun. All jokes aside, we appreciate Florida folks being in the chat. It's all in good fun.
I hope they come back in 2 weeks.
I don't. Yeah, we don't take it serious enough. Yeah, y'all can do whatever you want.
Yeah. Yeah, week 13's not great, but I don't think it's awful. Like there's some spunky games here and there, but
It is terrible.
It's pretty bad, man.
What a terrible week to have a bye week too, because like there's not even other good games to watch.
I have a kid's birthday party that I'm actually gonna like just go to on Saturday.
Yeah.
It's not even. I'm not even
Just
like,
enjoy.
yeah. It's like 2
Yeah.
6 and 2 o'clock. I'm like, I'll see you there.
Like, yeah,
2 o'clock.
Hit Lowe's.
Yeah.
That's gulag. Like
I need to get some decorations
on
up.
a Saturday.
Yeah, but again, I mean, who am I missing? Like, I guess we're gonna miss the end of the Mizzou Oklahoma game. Like, I don't know.
Do y'all have any outdoor decorations up yet?
No, but we're like 50th in our neighborhood as soon as we get them up. They're going up Saturday, and
I got the
I'm getting in trouble. We got to get them out. Right, we're getting late. It's getting late early.
I got the homie coming to put the lights up and everything.
The calendar, yeah, he got money.
I didn't recognize that tax bracket there.
Hey, we got a good deal. Don't worry about it.
I had somebody come price putting lights up at my house. I'm not going to tell y'all how much they told me it was going to cost.
Oh no, there's people that are out of their damn mind with that.
I was like, no, dog, I'll just do it. That's all right. It was like way, way, way more than I expected. And I expected a lot.
No, I'm normally we don't put the tree up until after Thanksgiving. Like we normally go the day after. It's like a whole family thing. With the kids getting older though, now it's like
Audrey's eyes are frozen. This is a Griswold family Christmas.
It's like they're like, Dad, why don't we have stuff up? Like so and so at school, like they've already got their Christmas tree up. It's like, man, no respect for Thanksgiving.
Dad, that tree won't fit in our front yard. It's not going in our yard, right? It's going in our living room. Do y'all do real trees?
Yes.
Wow.
No.
I'm Scrooge
Still a
McDuck, dude. We're
Shout
fate.
out the Jordan family.
Way too much trouble.
Well, yeah, I'm not picking up
good.
dead. I'm not watering it and stuff. Like, yeah, not about that.
Nah, man, it's the whole experience, man. You got to go out to a farm.
That's what I'm saying. Clark Griswold right here, dude. Put on your Blackhawks jersey.
I'm not cutting it down. Like they'll they either cut it or it's just sitting there and then you pick it.
Sitting there, yeah. How much are live trees now?
Oh, I mean, if you're getting like a Fraser fir that's like 6 feet, it's probably anywhere from 50 to like 75.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Man, Austin hates trees.
Yeah, we got to get out of here.
Yeah,
He heard
let's
you
do
say
it.
real tree, and he's like, I'm done here. Real tree. All right. No free ads.
Okay. All right. Again, appreciate everybody tuning in. Numbers were booming tonight. We had a big crew. Yeah. On a bye week too. How about that? We'll be back next week. We'll figure out I'm assuming we'll do Tuesday if there's no basketball.
It's going to be Monday. Tuesday, the Rebs play at like 9:30 against Iowa.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Can't do Wednesday. Y'all traveling. We can do it Monday. Okay. Cool with that.
Probably do Monday because when we get started, games start on Thursday. So
yeah, we will have y'all a show next week. But yeah, if you are so inclined, go check out Ole Miss Spirit, omspirit.com. If you want to join the board, it's only $1. Go on there and you can do all your jokes about Ole Piss and SEC title games. Everybody will have a good time with you. It's all in good fun. But yeah, we have plenty of coverage on Lane Kiffin, basketball, football, as Ole Miss will get ready to try and finish 11-1 against the Mississippi State Bulldogs next week. So for Austin, for Ben, for Nick, I'm Zach. This has been Hit That Line. Appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all next week. We out of here.